Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 25th of November until the 1st of December 2019. So it's from the 25th of November until the 1st of December 2019, and I'm going to start with a gorgeous Aries. My beautiful Aries, this is an important time of the year for you, most certainly, because you are about to receive a really good news, and the good news that you're going to receive this particular week is going to help you a lot with your own reflection in such a way where you're going to feel lots of strength, courage and power in order to make a certain decision. A decision that you're going to make this week, it's something that has been part of your plan, if I can say like this, in the last or within the last 11 months. But of course you were just not too sure, because this all comes a little bit unbalanced with an element of not being too sure what to do. When we kind of are not too sure what to do, at the same time we make our vibrational energy just like a little bit cloudy, which means that we are not as powerful. When we doubt ourselves in any way, that means that we also closed a certain path in between us and in between our future. Sometimes this is just meant to happen because we are meant to kind of do and work on certain parts of our spiritual journey in order for our spirit to evolve. This most certainly was your case, because this week is all leading towards your own rebirth. You are going to make an important decision, and the decision that you are going to make is just going to be so good, and that in itself is just going to bring you control over a situation, control over your life, control over your happiness in such a way when you're going to start feeling an optimism so much. And it's going to be quite magnetic when it comes to you looking forward to do something, looking forward to act in a certain way on the certain path that is going to actually unfold for you at the beginning of this particular week. By the time you get to the end of the week, you know, you're going to feel really good. You're also going to have a really beautiful strength and courage, and that is just going to come through this beautiful energy that you are going to have, determination that you are going to have. It's going to be so strong, like you just didn't feel like this in a really long time. This is purely because of your own balance, because of your own radiance, and because of your own activation when it comes to a certain unfoldment in your life. This is going to be really good, and this is going to be a really important time for you indeed. As we end this week with number 1, which is going to be the 1st of December, this is perfectly going to reflect on your situation, because you are going to make a really important decision. And this in itself, it's also going to be such an important and very responsible time of your life. You will be following your own bliss, you will be following your own sign, you will be following your own energy, and it's absolutely remarkable moment in time as well, because also it is like when it comes to the certain manipulation, you know, it's going to come to an end. And I'm so happy for you, because December, it's an important month when it comes to the actual unfoldment and the new beginnings, both at the same time, because we are reaching the end of this particular year, which means that the energy is going to be highly vibrational, especially when it comes to karma, especially when it comes to manifestation, and especially when it comes to things, you know, which are meant to be there in order to surprise us, to happen to us at a certain time, which means that this is going to require from you to react in a certain way. There is a little surprise that you are going to have, at around the end of this week, and the surprise is also going to make you react in a certain way when it comes to the certain manipulation. I'm so happy for you, because this is going to be an important moment in time for you when it comes to your own transition, when it comes to your own rebirth. But it's also the wise decision that you are going to make, which is not only going to help you to move on from the negative situation and negative people, but it's also going to help you a lot to see the beautiful light at the end of the tunnel. It's a wonderful moment you are actually going to have here, because it's all about your success, and it's all about about the certain gain that you are going to have. Security, you know, when it comes to your security and power, this is going to be so good, because also the realization and the news that you're actually going to have, that there's certain things, you know, when it comes to your financial situation, are actually moving on a higher level, which is absolutely brilliant. And that in itself, it's also going to help you to be more efficient, but it's also going to help you to kind of like work on your life, work on your spiritual journey, work on your path where you think that you are feeling restrained. It's just so important, because emotionally, and when it comes to business, when it comes to money, and when it comes to career, this week is just going to be absolutely vavavoom-ish moment in time, rather mind-blowing indeed, because it's not only on one hand, you know, you're completing a very important stage of your life, very important stage of your journey, but on another hand, this is just going to give you a reason for celebration, because you know the very slow and very boring and very annoying and very negative and very slow period and stage of your life is slowly coming to an end. That in itself is just like a brilliant moment in time for you to kind of come across somebody who you really trust in your life, like a really greatest friend or a family member, who is going to confirm something to you this week. But they will confirm this in such a wonderful and nice and interesting way, because purely they will be part of the same dimension that you are going to be part of in a slightly different way, and they are going to have a certain important job, you know, important role in your development, because it is just going to come from somebody who you really highly someone who you value highly, my lord, someone who you value highly. And this in itself is just really important, because they consider part of you, part of your life, part of your spiritual journey, and understand even more than you understand yourself. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's remarkable the way this is going to actually unfold for you. It's the great moment in time when you're going to feel very, very creative indeed. And all I can say is just follow your bliss, because your own focus, it's going to bring you the whole new inspiration. It is not only the bright prospect and new direction, but it's the whole new inspiration that is literally about to change your life. I think it's really brilliant. And also your lucky number this week is going to be number 7. This is highly powerful number, very angelic number, very important number, but it's also trying to let you know that you are reaching a very important stage in your life, very important stage in your spiritual journey, my gorgeous Aries. Be as open-minded as you can. Do as much as you can. Throw yourself in an unusual situations, because every single thing is going to bring you the whole new rather powerful vibration. And the powerful vibration that you are going to have is just not only going to make you and to help you to have like a swift change, but it's going to start with the movement, you know, with the things in your life in general that you haven't been paying attention to, but also the certain reflection from the past. It's going to bring you a mind-blowing insight when it comes to your life now, when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to the next stage, when it comes to the new beginning, when it comes to the next option. It's absolutely wonderful moment in time indeed. This is your tarot card of the week. It's 5 of Wands. Do you see this? It's absolutely remarkable, and it also means that there is going to be rather important situation that you're going to be the part of. It's going to be a little bit challenging situation. Do not lose your hope. Be very, very optimistic, because you're going to be rather victorious. Not only you're going to find out something really important about yourself this week, but this is going to be a victorious moment in time for you, a reason for the celebration, a reason for your passion. Again, you know, it's time when you're going to be really excited with your own achievement, and that in itself is just going to be your own wake-up call, because you were going to realize a new path, a brand new path is going to be revealed for you this week. It's only going to be the beginning indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to your health, it is rather important for you to keep on taking, I said this many times and I'm going to say it again, it's organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to the actual rejuvenation, when it comes to you and restoring the vitamin C levels. Absolutely important, because you're going to be quite sensitive when it comes to cold, flu, or it's just like when it comes to your vitamin C levels. It's important important that you keep them replenished by getting organic acerola cherry powder. Take 1 glass of water, 1 little teaspoon, mix it up and drink it every single day, the very first thing in the morning. It's just so significant. And on another hand, your gums are going to be quite sensitive, so this vitamin C is also going to help you at the same time with the gum healing indeed. And make sure that you are using like a tea tree oil and aloe vera mouthwash without any fluoride, and also make sure that you're using aloe vera and tea tree toothpaste without any fluoride. Natural, and that is also going to help you a lot with your sore gums. Okay, and I highly recommend you to talk to your doctor or GP if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, I need to say to your partner, I need to say to you, if you can say to your partner that there is a little snaky in a grassy around your partner. There's a little snake around your partner and I don't like it. So just make sure that your partner is aware that this week they will kind of find out about a certain hidden enemy of theirs. But this is not only about that, oh God, who's a hidden enemy? Do you know what I mean? No, but it's about protecting themselves. Make sure they don't talk about things that they shouldn't talk about. Not that I'm saying that they are talking about, but anything personal, private, make sure this week in particular that they keep to themselves and not to kind of start any negotiations or anything like that. Maybe the week after, but not this week, please. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you see, it is a wonderful week. It's very interesting, and there is a new plan that is going to really take over. That particular new plan that is going to take over, it's going to be more overpowering than anything else, because it's going to push you up higher into the clouds, and you will be able to reach so much higher, but most importantly you will be able to see so much further, and that is going to keep you busy because you will be connected so much so to your spirituality when it comes to planning, like a future planning. It's going to be a rather wonderful moment in time. It is not going to be the week when you're going to meet the love of your life, but it's going to be lots of flirty going on, and this in itself is going to be brilliant because it's going to make you feel rather vavavoommish and rather great about yourself. But on another hand, this new plan that I said, it's just going to be very much so connected to the person who is actually about to become an integral part of your future. So there is someone who is coming. This week is going to be important for those of you that are single in many different ways, because it's going to be connected to the path when new person is going to walk into your life. You will see exactly what I mean. It's going to be brilliant indeed. Very good week, my gorgeous Aries. Very good week. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Taurini, my gorgeous Taurus. I love you to bits, my gorgeous Taurinis. And you know what you've got? Stranger in the night, Taurini in the morning, na 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 na. Stranger in the night, Taurini in the morning. You know, it is so important because you're going to be part of like a really important group of people, or you're going to be part of the really important like some kind of society, and you're just going to feel so good because at the same time this is going to be the part of your some kind of achievement, the part of like some kind of new direction. But also on another hand, this is going to bring you the whole new security. It looks like you, my gorgeous Taurinis, are going to be very feeling very vavavoommish when it comes to your own success, when it comes to your power, and this is going to reflect on your radiance like there is no tomorrow. You're going to be very beautiful, my gorgeous Taurinis, throughout this week. Not that you're not always beautiful, but that means that the balance your balance of energy is just going to be literally mind-blowing, and this is purely because you're at the first stages of a very powerful unfoldment in your life, which is not only going to bring you grounding and show you the new passion, but it's also going to give you a reason for celebration, purely because it's something very important. It's about to start unfolding in your life when it comes to your destiny, when it comes to your fortune, but it's also when it comes to the really big change that is going to happen. It is so strong and so important that you are going to, as I say, going to become the part of like a very significant society or a group. And this is a sign that you are moving up very, very high indeed. And that in itself, it's going to be such a great moment in time because the energy balance is going to be absolutely perfect. You're going to feel very tranquil. You're going to feel very relaxed. But on another hand, you're going to feel very powerful and you're going to feel very creative and you're going to feel very satisfied because the very boring and annoying and really silly stage of your life is coming to an end. I say silly stage of your life, it's because Taurinis, my gorgeous Tauruses, you have been like in the certain vortex of energy for the past 24 months, which means that emotionally you weren't moving as quick as you were moving because you had to deal with the certain problems and the certain negativities that have slowed you down a little bit. That moment, this slowness is slowly coming to an end. If this is like now becoming December, it's a very important time, the last week of November, and then is December, my gorgeous Taurinis, and now the energy is about to shift so much. And you know what is going to happen with the shift of energy? The beautiful swift change, of course, but also really mind-blowing, ooh la la, rada vavavumish opportunity that you are going to have. An opportunity that is just going to become as obvious as the sun, as obvious as the moon, as obvious as the stars. And at the same time, you're just going to be so excited. You're going to be so inspired in so many different ways. I like it because this is where you're going to start feeling very, very light, and purely because lots of negative karma is about to shift this week indeed, and that is going to bring you an opportunity that is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. You are going to need to think about how you're going to have an approach. You're going to need a little bit of time to think about it, around it, because it's also going to happen with an element of surprise. This is nothing unusual because this is the beginning of your rebirth as well at the same time. But as I said, a very important approach you're going to have, but this is all about the actual advancement of your life. Something very attractive is going to start unfolding at the same time, but then again, it's all about a certain appeal. It's all about a certain request and challenge that you are going to have, but at the same time, it's down to the certain proposition, and just you need to be very, very open-minded, because my gorgeous Taurinis, be open-minded, because this is going to give you a reason for celebration. Victorious, beautiful, amazing. You're gonna need to change something. Something is coming to an end, but it's brilliant because at the same time there are like about 50,000 other things that are going to become evident on this week, one step at a time. You will be dreaming a lot, like there is no tomorrow, but most importantly, a conclusion. It's going to help you to end certain, like a very boring stage, certain problem, and that in itself is going to bring you a wonderful healing into your life. It's really mind-blowing because, you know, I like it because it's going to help you to emerge in a different way with a whole lot of blessings that you wouldn't normally have, and that is going to make your energy really strong, and it's going to make you make your mind very sharp. Very important psychic moment because it's going to be connected to the certain vision, and that vision that you're going to have about your future, what you need to do, it's going to be so strong, it's going to be so passionate, it's going to be so beautiful, it's going to be so colorful that it's going to help you to make an abandonment of the certain stage. Something that maybe even if you think like, maybe if you thought like about a week ago, a couple of weeks ago, absolutely no way. But now you will just know, as soon as you move on, then you will know that you know, the other things that are going to start manifesting and unfolding for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, as well. This is going to bring a beautiful and balanced force, and that in itself, it's all about the hope, faith, and inspiration. But at the same time, you're going to have a justice. Your justice is coming, and it's going to be brilliant. But on another hand, it's something that you've been waiting for a long time, which is going to unfold. But even more importantly, an option and an absolutely mind-blowing advice that you are going to have this week from somebody who means to you so much, and that is coming purely from a perfect balance that you're actually going to have this week. And this is all coming through this particular flow that I'm talking about. Absolutely fantastic. fantastic, very, very remarkable, and it's just like a really beautiful motivation. It's also going to come through, you see. Absolutely beautiful. This is two of cups that you are having, and it's all about the satisfaction, you know, and an accomplishment, and very, very important moment, you know, when it comes to like a really significant people in your life, but especially somebody very special, somebody very important, somebody very significant in your life. My gorgeous Taurinis is going to tell you something this week, and you're going to like it. It's going to be the greatest news ever. It's going to be brilliant. You're going to feel very proud of this person. This is someone really special in your life, okay? But this is going to reflect on you so much, and it's going to inspire you as well in so many different ways. Absolutely beautiful and very infectious moment in time when it comes to enlightenment, beautiful energy, inspiration, and absolutely significant when it comes to destiny, fortune, and an advanced outcome, most certainly, because it's the inspiration from the right person that is going to reflect on you so much that it's not only going to inspire you, but it's going to make your instincts like really strong at the same time. And that is going to be the moment where you're gonna begin something very, very special through this situation indeed. When it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Taurinis, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, you just need to understand that you need to make sure that you avoid sugar. You're going to be very sensitive to sugar this week. Avoid sugar, avoid like a chocolate, avoid any sweets as you can, because you're just going to be very sensitive when it comes to sugar in general. But also, on another hand, this is all about the actual detox. Please try to make sure that you are taking every single morning, the first thing in the morning, like a wheatgrass juice, organic wheatgrass juice from New Zealand. I would highly recommend to get, and this will be something so brilliant because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system, but at the same time it's going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow. So you take 1 glass of water the very first thing in the morning, you take a little teaspoon, and you, oops, my little aloe vera, sorry darling. Take a glass of water, little teaspoon organic wheatgrass juice from New Zealand, and just drink it. It doesn't taste really bad to me at all. I haven't got a problem with this at all. It's just like, it tastes like you would think like grass would taste, I guess. You know what I mean? It's very, very easy to take. I've tasted much more horrible things than that in life. So to me, this is like really simple, but this is going to help you so much, my gorgeous Taurinis, to take. And also rather important because your energy levels are going to be like a little bit, maybe not as like, excited, but it's just like for the energy levels, I highly suggest you to get something like organic spirulina. Do you know, I recommended this millions of times, and everybody should be taking this. And if you get organic spirulina, just make sure that you take it in a tablet form without any unnecessary ingredients. It needs to be natural, or you get it in a powder form, but I highly prefer to get organic spirulina from Hawaii. This is going to get your energy going, but it's just going to make you feel so much better about yourself. And another thing that I was going to say to you to get also, my gorgeous Taurinis, is just make sure that you are taking like B vitamins, because natural B vitamins would be fantastic. But if you haven't got any food like rich in B vitamins, then you can get like supplements, but it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients whatsoever. And B vitamins are going to help you a little bit with stress levels. I'm not saying that you're going to be stressed completely, but I just can tell that your B vitamins need to be replenished a little bit alongside vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D, organic eggs, free range organic eggs are nicely rich in vitamin D. There are other things that are rich in vitamin D, but basically, or if you can get a sun, you will get it from the sun, of course. But if you can't, then just get a supplement with a natural vitamin D without any horrible ingredients, anti-caking agents, unnecessary fillers, and things like that. Okay. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, you know, for those of you in relationship, ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la, great determination that you're both going to have, you know, you both going to have lots of vavavumish moments, ooh la la, lucky you, lucky you, Torini. But it's just like some kind of determination that you both have that is going to reflect on both of you. Something very good is going to happen. Very good moment, very good process, very good direction that is started to unfold in your life for both of you. But this is purely through your own hard work. The greatest accomplishment is at the same time going to bring you so much love, so much power, great determination, initiative and strength, and most certainly something really beautiful is going to happen in between you two this week. Something very, very special and very beautiful. Your love will go on the whole next level indeed. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, now it's the moment, my gorgeous Taurinis. You know, someone very special, you know, it's about to enter your life, and I really like it. Somebody very special, somebody very significant, but it's going to happen at around the time when you feel beautiful perfection and you get a certain recognition, and that recognition is at the same time going to be like the greatest honor to you. So this is all going to happen one step at a time. You will be part of the people, part of the you will be part of the group of people. Yeah, part of the group of people. Yeah, you will be part of the group of people which are going to have a really beautiful impact on you, because you're going to feel so vavavumish. You're going to feel really beautiful, and these people are going to have something. They're going to do something. They will be part of something that's going to make you feel so proud of yourself, something very advanced. This is the moment when someone very special is about to start walking into your life. Stranger in the night, Torini in the morning. No, this is great. This is brilliant. So this week is going to be directly responsible for someone very special who is actually start manifesting in your life right this week. Okay, so watch this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, because your love is going to be here somewhere, but it's going to be connected to the group of people where you feel so advanced by being surrounded by. Just watch this space. Also, it's going to be busy time when you go out, and you will be meeting quite a few people, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Lots of flirting, Taurinis, behave. No, brilliant. It's going to feel really powerful and really good, and you're going to feel ready to do this as well. Okay, the third sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Gemini. My gorgeous Gemini, I love you to bits. You know. You can watch for the little bird. You are going to have an omen this week. Of course. This omen is going to happen around you. It's going to manifest around the time when you will know that something absolutely vavavumish, mind-blowing, it's about to manifest in your life. Something that you have been waiting for, something that you have been patiently waiting for, and something that required from you to make a certain necessary adjustments and arrangements and maybe abandonment, you know, in order to actually slightly fix things. And this is exactly what you did. So now karmically, this is about to come back this week and provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing opportunity. But you will know when you see the little bird that this is going to be the moment in time that something very important is about to happen to you. When you see the little bird, my gorgeous Gemininis, there is something going to be very important, something to do with the color blue as well. Color blue is going to be very important, very significant. It does not even have to be necessarily to do with the bird. Maybe where the bird was standing, maybe where the bird was around, maybe the bird was flying, there was a really beautiful and unusual blue sky. But you just need to know that most importantly, this is going to be a highly magical moment when it comes to you, the actual earth, the grounding, and the actual passion, what you want to do. And this omen, as in a little bird, is going to be direct response to you, to confirm to you that it's not going to be that long until this particular situation is start unfolding to you, because an option that you're gonna have, the new beginning that you're gonna have, and it's all coming through your own recognition, but this is going to lead towards the ultimate change and the greatest determination you ever had. This is so good because this is all going to be so beneficial for your self-esteem, because you will see how capable you are, and you're going to realize this capability, and that particular capability is just going to help you to shine so brightly, and you're going to feel like you're on top of the world purely because your radiance is going to be at its maximum peak. Indeed, it's so good because you will know when you see that omen, you will just know when you see that bird that it's also time to adjust certain things, you know, and influenced by someone very beautiful and very special in your life. It's also going to beautiful slide through at a roughly similar time, and it's just going to confirm to you that you're on the right path, that you're on the right journey. Absolutely fantastic, okay? But on another hand, this is all about your reflection, and this is all about the actual instinct, you know, that is just purely going to be able to not only give you a vision about yourself, about your future, but it's about a certain focus and invocation that you're going to start at the same time. Something very beautiful is going to start here, and it's the beginning of a very powerful manifestation in your life indeed. On another hand, you know, you are going to also realize the certain disappointment, okay, the certain maybe bitter experience as well, and the bitter experience that you are going to have is just going to kind of really going to be brilliant for you at the same time, because that experience is going to come through your own accomplishment, because someone may be like a little bit of a jealous, and somebody may kind of with their jealousy and their negativity kind of like just to remind you, actually, you know what, it's time to move on. I had enough of this. And this is so brilliant because you will start cutting off the people in your life who are making you feel very toxic, and they're not good for you anymore. And you try, but sometimes when certain paths and certain spiritual journeys come to an end around a certain people, we just end up dragging, and we make each other feeling very unhappy. Instead of passionate and happy, we make each other's feeling very unhappy, and this is purely because we don't have inspiration through them, because our spiritual journey came to an end, so we have nothing to learn from them. But this is so good. So you're going to realize this, that what is making you feel really unhappy, and what is making you feel really disappointed, what is bringing you down as well, this is all going to be connected to it, you know, and it's also most certainly being kind of connected to affecting your materialistic success as well. And that is going to be like the realization of like a certain illusion, but it's absolutely brilliant because most certainly it is going to help you to focus on your practical knowledge, and otherwise you wouldn't. So otherwise you wouldn't have your own rebirth, and if you didn't have your own rebirth, you wouldn't have your own blessings, emergence, and a wake-up call as well. It's just so good, and I really like it because it is just going to be followed by the little surprise, little news you're gonna have, okay? And the news that you're gonna have, it's also gonna be so significant, and it's going to help you to reflect on your past as well at the same time. It's going to help you to reflect on your past, and suddenly some kind of option, you know, from the past when you were really excited and when you were really happy, it's just gonna bounce back. So an insight from the past is gonna bounce back in your mind. It's gonna make you connect to it, make you think about it, and most importantly, it's gonna help you to have an insight when it comes to the certain problem and a certain conclusion right now. It's beautiful because few things are going to come out of it, and I really, really like it. On another hand, it's the greatest moment in time when it comes to control over a situation, when it comes to security and power. There is a vision, there is an option, there is an opportunity that you're going to have when it comes to finances. Watch this space, my Geminis, watch this spacey. On another hand, inheritance. I'm seeing an inheritance here. And I'm also seeing like, of course, inheritance is an inheritance. If you know it, that's great. If you don't, I'm seeing it. But if you haven't got anybody to leave you an inheritance, then this means that there is going to be somebody who is going to give you a gift of money, which is going to be brilliant. You know, it's going to surprise you, but it's just going to be the certain gift of money that is going to travel towards your own direction. And you're also having your justice moment as well. Very important to say that you are having your justice moment, something that was frustrating you, something that was bringing you down, and it was making you feel really uncomfortable because of the certain fear. But most certainly, my beautiful Gemininis, you are having a justice this very week indeed, and I like it because it's something that you have been waiting for. Okay, what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Geminis, it's very Gemininis, my gorgeous Gemininis, okay, it's very important to say for you to try to have like something like aloe vera juice throughout this week. Aloe vera juice, look at this baby, hello my darling, I'm talking about you. Aloe vera, sorry, aloe vera juice is just like a very significant, very beautiful, it's packed with vitamins and minerals, but it's going to do you the world of good when it comes to your rejuvenation and when it comes to your stomach, a little bit of stomach digestion, you know, you're gonna have a certain like problems, negativity, no, not huge, but just like a sensitive. So organic aloe vera juice would be absolutely wonderful because it has got this beautiful ability to actually be very calm and very soothing when it comes to your stomach and when it comes to your digestion as well. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it would be rather significant for you to take something like a beetroot juice. Organic beetroot juice also would be absolutely wonderful because this is going to help you really nicely when it comes to the actual purification and when it comes to the actual energy levels, you know, when it comes to the actual digestion. Organic beetroot juice is rather wonderful indeed. And what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Gemininis, please, if you haven't already, make sure that you are having organic acerola cherry powder because your vitamin C levels are going to be quite low and they are going to need to be replenished, but also the cold and flu symptoms are going to be rather significant, and all you need to do is just get organic acerola cherry powder. Take this every single morning, like I've recommended this millions of times because it's brilliant and everybody should be taking it. So it's organic acerola cherry powder. You take a little glass of water, take 1 teaspoon and take this every single morning, and this is going to help you to actually replenish your vitamin C levels. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP because only a doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, Gemininis, for those of you who are actually in relationship, this is a brilliant accomplishment. There is something that you have been working on. There is something that you have been focusing on. There is something that you both wanted to achieve. So there is a really beautiful accomplishment that you are going to have, but also you will do something in particular that is going to reflect on your both relationship. You will want to confirm something. You will want to do something. You will want to make something deeper. You will want to make something more meaningful. But in a good way, of course. Okay, for those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, I can see you like really meeting lots of people. I can see you flirting. It's great. This is exactly what it needs to happen. You will be meeting lots of people. You will be kind of like enjoying yourself like there is no tomorrow this week, and I really like it. But there is this certain advice that you are going to get through somebody who you think of very highly, through somebody who is really nice and really beautiful person is about to give you some kind of advice. And this advice is going to be quite interesting indeed, but it's something that is going to get you going, something that is going to get you thinking, and somehow it is going to have direct impact with somebody really important who is like just around you. But this advice that you're going to get, it's also going to help you to reflect on the past, on the certain person in your past and how to let them go as well. But most importantly, for those single Gemininis, basically the bottom line is just go out and enjoy yourself as much as you can. It's all about the flirting this week. You are not going to meet the love of your life as well this week, but that's not about meeting the love of your life. The week is only 7 days long, but there is something very important you will learn about yourself through flirting. Believe me or not, there is nothing wrong with the flirting, but perhaps the certain option is going to become available that it wouldn't become available before. And this is all part of your spiritual journey, advancement, going on the next stage, on the next level. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerinis, my gorgeous Cancerians. This is just so good because it's just like a basically, do you know what? First of all, the beginning of the week is going to start like feeling like a little bit bitterish, purely because it's going to be like some kind of conflicting influence. Something is gonna, there is a certain information that is going to travel to you, something that you have been waiting for, and it's going to be like a maybe it's not going to flow as nicely, as importantly, because the conflict is going to come, the energy is going to be manifested in a rather dark and maybe low way when it comes to someone in your life who is part of this particular process. You know, that doesn't really matter, because the bottom line is that this is the certain harmony is coming through, certain harmony is coming forward, and at the same time you will also see the result from the major effort, the result when it comes to the certain accomplishment, the result when it comes to the certain like a very long stage in your life that was maybe very slow. You made a certain decision and you hope that this is going to kind of be much faster, and the certain things should have you know, unfolded by now. But this is nothing negative, this is not bad, because the bottom line is that it's actually this conflicting influence that I said, it is also going to be the beginning of a very important stage in your life when it comes to the actual rebirth, because that in itself is going to get you going. That in itself is going to be an important time of the determination, an important time of the new initiative and strength that you are going to have, force, activity and power. The reason why is just a negative situation, conflicting influence is just going to be like, ooh la la, just hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, go for it, go for it, go for it. So an indecisive situation that you had when coming to the terms with a certain change in your life, an unfoldment, it's going to become very important moment in time for you to make a decision. That decision that you're going to make this week is going to be the greatest awakening, because at the same time it's going to help you to reach a certain happiness, pleasure, peace, love, containment, you know. But also on another hand, this is going to make you feel so good, because something to do with your power, something to do with your reputation, it's going to become rather highlighted here at this moment in time. You're going to feel the greatest honor about this. So it means that you will do something that maybe lots of other people around you who knows you really well, who love you, were wanting for you to do, wanting you to achieve. It's the road that was kind of waiting for you to take it. It's the passion that was waiting to be lit by you. And most certainly this is going to lead not only towards the biggest inspiration and potential of your life, but you will rediscover yourself. You will discover something really beautiful through your own change, that you will also immediately, you will know that you will need to kind of go down that road. You know, that enlightenment is going to be very important when it comes to you being rather compassionate, when it comes to you feel rather open-minded, because you will be tested on this week karmically. Someone is going to need a little bit of your help. I'm not saying that you wouldn't help them, but most certainly when it comes to karma, this week will be echoing a long way. As more compassionate you are this week, as more giving you are this week, as more open-minded you are this week, as more healing you are this week, or as more you are forgiving this week, the more healing, the more power, and the more unfoldment and activation of completion and new beginnings is going to come through as more as you do it. The more compassionate you are, the more you are going to get out of it. I know someone is going to need your help, and I know that you're going to do really well, and it's absolutely brilliant moment in time indeed, because it is very delightful situation, and it's all about you making an important decision, and that decision that you're going to make is going to be absolutely the main focus of the balanced force, which is going to help you to go forward. It is all about going forward, my gorgeous Cancerinis. It is all about going forward. You see, 5 of Swords, you see this really important moment in time, and what is actually going to happen, it is all about a certain accomplishment that you are going to have, but also it is the balance force, you know, balance force and the harmony. And there is a problem that you're gonna have, you know, and it is not going to surprise you, but it's just something that it's going to be the part of this wonderful energy. I say wonderful energy because the certain problem that was really stressing you out and making you feel really uncomfortable, you know, for the past 7 months, because it's connected to the certain fear. What if, what if, what if? Now the energy is going to be absolutely perfect, and you are most certainly going to realize that, you know, it's all about tact. You know, you need to stay committed to the task at hand, and you need to basically stay very tactful. And that in itself, it's about to bring you satisfaction, optimism, pleasure, happiness, you know, faith, inspiration, and a bright prospect. It's fantastic because the challenging situation is going to end up being rather victorious. Be very open-minded and enjoy yourself in all sorts of opportunities, because you will be more powerful than you possibly can realize throughout this week. And this power you can't really feel completely until you tap into this energy, until you tap into this spirituality. And you do this by throwing yourself in the water. If you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. This week is all about jumping in the water, my gorgeous Cancerinis, indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say? My gorgeous Cancerinis is just basically like when it comes to yes, there is someone really wise, a wise person, an important person. It's going to give you very significant advice. Okay, watch for the advice this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, from somebody who you think of very highly in your life. When it comes to your health, you need to make sure that you're taking, as usual, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Very important to take calcium, magnesium, organic natural supplements with calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And also make sure that you are taking vitamin D as well. And also, I know it's a lot, but you don't have to. And it's also like a cod liver, either cod liver oil, either fish oil, or either flaxseed oil, because this is going to help you with your immune system. It's going to help you with your skeleton. It's going to help you with your bones, and it's going to help you keep your joints moist. I said this before. I know the difference is cod liver oil contains natural vitamins A and D, okay, and omega-3. Fish oil, and it does come from like a fish liver. I know it sounds a cod liver. I know it sounds gross, but you know it's the way it is. The fish oil comes from the actual body of the fish, scrapped from the body of the fish, not from the actual liver, and it doesn't contain vitamin A and D. And the flaxseed oil is basically the plant version of omega-3. Okay, so if you don't want fish in any way, then you can go for the flaxseed oil. But however, this will help you a lot with your skeleton, with your immune system, and to keep your joints moist. Okay, if you're on any other medications, my gorgeous Cancerinis, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, now you know, when it comes to those of you in relationship, there is something really you know what, some kind of annoying problem is coming to an end, and I like it. But the fact that, you know, this annoying problem is coming to an end, that it's been bothering you both, then this annoying problem is going to be the wake-up call at the same time, because something unexpected is going to happen at the same time. But I really like it because it's going to help you to kind of like see things in a different light to both of you. And it is going to also play an important role when it comes to the certain outcome, when it comes to the advancement in your life. But most certainly it's going to be for the better. It's going to give you it's going to give you a certain confidence to make an important decision to both of you. Okay? Now, when it comes to those of you that are singy and ready to mingy, when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you know, this is going to be a busy week. A lot is going to be happening when it comes to the excitement, when it comes to you being surrounded by the people, when it comes to you being part of all these directions and all these energies, you know, when it comes to you like being busy. This is a busy week. Most certainly, you just need to kind of remember that somebody in your mind is going to return. Cancerinis, please behave. Somebody in your mind is going to return, which means somebody, you need to let someone go. Whoever comes into your mind that was the past lover or whatever, you need to let them go. Important. Did you hear me, Cancerini? Whoever comes to your mind this week to you, and it's like a previous lover or whatever, maybe you just had a one night stand, naughty, or maybe, no, I'm just joking, whatever you do, it's your thing, you know, it doesn't matter, it's Jesus, no, seriously, it's just basically, yeah, whatever it happens, whether it was one night stand, whether it was like maybe just a little relationship, or maybe you just kissy, maybe you didn't even kiss, you know, whatever it was, if it comes and happen and manifest with an element of someone from the past, just need to remember, Cancerini, you need to let them go. It's important you need to let them go, and then something is going to happen later on, but first of all, karmically, you just need to let them go. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Leonis, my gorgeous Leos. Now, I mean, come on, I like it so much because this is when your inspiration is going to be growing. You're entering a very, very strange but very interesting but very powerful period and stage in your life in general. Do you know why? Because you're spiritually growing, and every day, each day as it goes by, as it passed by, this week in particular, you're going to be more optimistic, and you're going to feel more vavavoommish, and you're going to feel more secure and more certain, especially there where there was such an unbalanced stage in your life when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your life. You will be more and more certain that the balance is changing, which is on another hand going to change you. It's changing you. It's changing the way you feel. So therefore, there will be very important and necessary changes that you're going to need to make in order to make yourself happy. But this is all down to you to realize where there are certain necessary adjustments and readjustments that you are going to need to make when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Leonis, because it's all about you again taking control over a situation. And in order for you to take a control over a situation, you know, you just need to be really optimistic, you need to be really responsible, and you need to listen to your soul, you need to listen to your spirit, you know, you need to listen to yourself. If you're unhappy with the current situation, it's time to move on, you know. If you have been unhappy, because it is just going to be an element of something that is at the back of your mind, but you're doing it, but it's not making you happy anymore, so that's why it's time to move on. An important moment in time is just to keep on being committed to the tasks at hand you have, and keep on being very responsible, because this is also going to be the week when you're going to realize how responsible you are, how wonderful you are, how powerful you are when it comes to your own efficiency, and when it comes to you being not selfish and you thinking a lot about other people. Now it's time for you to think about yourself, and this is exactly what is going to happen this week. This is exactly the turn that is going to actually take this week, and it's going to bring the whole new harmonious energy. It's so beautiful because, on the other hand, this is the big time of transformation, celebration, and the new plan. It's going to slide through. New plan is going to come in, and it's also going to help you to realize the advancement level that you are actually at, and the whole power, strength of yourself, because maybe in the last 6 or 7 months you have kind of like been focusing so much that you've lost the actual strength and power and the realization of your own significance. Through your own strength, through your own power, you actually enhance your own radiance. Now your own radiance is going to be enhanced, and also what else I was going to say, it's the confidence that you're going to have. It's absolutely going to be brilliant, and it's bringing you the whole new inspiration and potential, because financially you will find yourself in a good way, in an advantage indeed, and that is all about the success this week. You know, it's the victory, you know, that the certain problem, it's coming to an end, the conclusion, and this is bringing you a wonderful victory into your life. And but this is so much to do with a big wish, with a big dream. Leonis, you in particular are going to have a massive, huge, absolutely enormous changes in your life. Pay attention, but good changes, because it's going to reflect the place around you, space around you, big change. This is going to require from you to use your Vahavumish energy of radiance in order to realize that it's time to move on and it's time to follow your bliss. This is so important because this week it's going to be all about illumination. You just like looking around and being illuminated, and suddenly, finally going for it. It's a sacred energy that you are going to have. And as I said, you know, it is just like on another hand, what I really like as well, it is the opportunity, you know, opportunity and invitation. First of all, there's going to be some kind of invitation that you're going to hear about, but then again, it is going to be the certain opportunity. And that opportunity that you will have, you will just know, oh my God, this is it. This is all about a certain advancement, attraction, you know, and it's all about the actual request some time ago, something that it started, something that you were thinking about when it comes to you finally making really big change. But then again, at the end of the day, this is all going to not only make you realize how powerful you are, this is going to open so many other channels for you as well. But it's a very wise moment that you're going to have, and you're going to make a very wise decision here. And that wise decision that you're going to make is going to come from somewhere else. It's going to come from the deepest moment, the deepest time, the deepest energy, the deepest dimension, and it's going to help you realize certain emotion, something very significant you're going to learn about yourself, and it's going to surprise you. This week you're going to learn something that you really like, and something that you would really like to take on, something that you would really like doing, and it's just immediately it's going to connect you with your future, with a certain psychic feeling, with a mediumship level of understanding what exactly to do now in order to secure something very important about the future. Very interesting push you're going to have here, which is going to help you with your hidden emotions, practicality, you know, security, but also it's even more importantly, it's to do with the common sense, what to do in order to help yourself where you feel restrained. My Leonis, you have felt restrained in a certain stages and areas in your life for the last 24 months. Now this is gonna boil down to this particular moment, this particular week, because you know this is all going to put you under the test, but it doesn't matter. All you need to do is follow your inspiration and follow your potential. You will be put under the test where you're going to find a challenging situation, testing your power, testing your stamina, and you know what? It's going to be absolutely brilliant, because at the same time this is going to lead you towards an accomplishment, good news, and rather victorious outcome, and you will do something, you will make something, you will start something when it comes to advancing your current situation, and most certainly you're going to find yourself even on more advanced level this week indeed. I like it so much because something is going to become evident to you completely, but it's in particular to do with your security and power, with a really big moment, you see, and there is going to be the whole new inspiration through somebody very important in your life. Somebody's going to one hand confirm something to you. This is going to be more than sacred, but then on another hand, it's just like the right inspiration from the right person. The inspiration from the right person in your life, somebody really important to you, somebody significant, it's going to help you to kind of jump over much quicker, to jump over kind of like in such a nice, speedy and beautiful way. Little white rabbit I'm seeing, little white bunny, that is going to be rather significant as well here when it comes to symbolic and meaning, which means that some kind of big jump is going to happen, and you will go over the very slow and unnecessary stage and period in your life as well. And this happens with the energy, when the energy is like really bright and really strong and really powerful, and when it's the right energy that helps us to realize things that we wouldn't normally, and then we make the decision according to that. Absolutely fantastic. But as I say, when it comes to security and power, this is very significant moment in time. So also, which is on another hand going to highlight the time and moment that if you're looking for a job, please, if you're looking for work, just go. This is going to be busy week, it's going to be good week, but it's also very sacred energy attached to it, energy with money, finances, power, and the new direction. So it's going to be very vibrant, throughout this week, very radiant throughout this week. So if you want to start something new, if you want to have some kind of negotiations, if you want to apply for the jobs, please, because the energy is going to be so much better, and you will be able to not only make things happen much quicker, sooner, but with this powerful vibration, everything is going to be even more prosperous for you. Indeed, my Lord, my gorgeous Leonis are also, it is just like going to be very powerful reconnection with somebody in your life, with an important person, like a family member, a family group, family people, it's going to be all about the start of the certain reconnections, which is going to be so important to you as well. On another hand, when it comes to your health, please make sure that you are grounding yourself this week. Grounding, when I say grounding, I'm strongly referring to if you can just go outside. I know it sounds weird, you don't have to listen to it, but this is so strong, because you will be like your vibration is going to be very strong. So sometimes we just need to kind of let things go, because there is a lot going to be on your mind, but you will need like some kind of rejuvenation. Meditation, it's really good. You meditate the way you think that you can meditate. You meditate and get the vibration that you think it works the best for you, of course. But when it comes to the grounding, I need you strictly to go at some point outside and touch the actual ground, the earth, touch the mama earth, touch the actual ground with your bare hands or with your bare feet, you see. But it would be very highly advisable if you find like an unspoiled, like a little place in the park or in the forest or whatever, and it would be much better, because the energy is so much stronger. Okay, so just put your hands down at some point, or if you could do it like 2 or 3 times, it would be fantastic. And you just relax like that, and you just imagine beautiful, powerful white light going, throughout your body. First of all, it's going like, let's say it's starting in you, as you're holding down, you're holding the ground, and let's say you're starting, you imagine like a beautiful white and silver light going on your head, around your head, there's going around your shoulders, and you just imagine this. Just remember, the energy of imagining things is just as strong, because the power of thoughts, the thinking, it's an energy. You can't see it, but you're creating this, you're doing it, you're making it, you're becoming a part of it. It doesn't matter if you can't see it from the outside, but it's what you imagine that you are creating. So this is what you imagine at the same time. So you enhance yourself, enhance your power. You step into this dimension by doing this, and you just imagine silver white light going around your one hand, second hand going into the ground, around each finger, and then going down through each finger into the ground like a tree roots. Okay, it's second finger, you imagine like a tree roots, a third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, and then you do that with the second hand as well with your mind. It can only take like about 5 minutes, not even, but it's so important, because you will get something sacred, you will get something powerful. At the same time, you will rejuvenate yourself, but also it is going to knock on the spiritual door, and it's going to your spirit guardian angels, your spirit guides are going to deliver you a message through this as well, through this realization, through this communication, through this dimension. At some point in time, at some moment in time, at the same time, you're gonna kind of like start a question, and you don't even need to ask the question, for example, but what is actually going to happen the very first thing in the morning, within the next 2 weeks after that moment, you will receive a certain realization in the morning. As soon as you open your eyes, it will surprise you with this beautiful energy flow. Some kind of information is going to come through forward, which is just going to kind of pinpoint you towards the certain direction as well. Okay, on another hand, really important, my gorgeous Leonis, if you can be taking like also like a cod liver oil, or like maybe like a fish oils, or like a flaxseed oils as well. Cod liver oil is going to help you, cod liver oil comes naturally with vitamins A and D, and is taken out of the fish liver. Fish oils contains omega-3 essential fatty acids, but it's just taken taken from the body of the fish. It sounds gross, I know. And omega-3, the flaxseed oil is the plant version. The point is, you're going to need something to boost your immune system, to boost the power of your mind, to boost your focus, okay? This is something that I highly recommend, and it's also going to help you with your joints. It's going to help you with your bones, because this is something very sensitive when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leonis, okay? And also, you just must make sure that you are taking vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium. Calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, this all needs to be natural. And also spirulina. I think that the energy levels, you're gonna need to kind of make sure that they're topped up. So organic spirulina, tablet form, or the actual powder form, but it needs to be organic, natural, without any unnecessary ingredients, and it needs to come from Hawaii. But this is what I highly suggest. It needs to be Hawaiian spirulina, because I think it's quite the best actually at the moment, okay? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, I just need you to check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether you can take this or not, whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you that are in an actual relationship, you know, it is just so good, because you are both going to realize new option, which is going to bring you the world of new possibilities. You're both going to realize a new option, which is going to bring you the world of new possibilities. This is so good, because it's an important moment in time, which is connected to an obsession, new obsession for both of you, but a good obsession indeed, because it's connected to the new beginning. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, you know, it is not going to be this time when you're going to meet someone, you know, it's going to be an important time, because it's a lot going to be happening when it comes to your own success, okay? But I do think that there is the realization that you're going to realize this by yourself, some kind of disappointment, some kind of discontinuance. So I think maybe majority of the single Leonis, my gorgeous babies, maybe perhaps you will, you were focusing towards someone, or you were like thinking about someone who is not meant to be there anymore. So it's like about little disappointment about those of you that are single, but that's actually quite good, because at the same time, this is going to lock this door that should be locked, and at the same time, 7 other beautiful, precious doors are about to open for you as well. So it's all about this realization that is going to be quite mind-blowing later on, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay. Now it's the next sign that I'm going to be talking about. It's going to be Virgolini. I'm going to come back in just 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm going. Okay. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Well, I heard well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? I love you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's your moment in time. I really like this week. You know, I really do indeed. You know why? Not only, oh my God, your lucky number is number 77, right? Your lucky number is 77. Now, there is something very specific, very significant, and very quite life-changing going to happen to you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Do you know the strength that you should have had a long time ago? It's about to happen. The power that you should have had a long time ago, it's about to manifest. And you know what? It's about to balance, rebalance and regain of the certain energy which is just going to become the biggest force of your life, my Lord, because it's going to help you to emotionally attach to your life, to emotionally reflect on your life in a different way, but with the balance of bravery, with the balance of self-esteem, with the balance of confidence, because it looks like, my gorgeous Virgolinis, my beautiful babies, that you have kind of prevented yourself to move on when it comes to your emotional life, you know. And this is purely very much so significant from in particular in the past 24 months. Okay, there is nothing to be afraid of. You are powerful. You most certainly are going to feel, and you are going to be like you're at the top of the world, literally. So it is very much so going to be new plan and new wish that is going to become a confirmed integral part of your spiritual journey. But this is something very important and very personal to yourself. That is very personal. It's actually going to happen, but it's going to start this week. It's going to start at the beginning of this week, and it's just going to be the beginning. It is not a certain direction that you're going to make then and there. It is not a certain start, you will do that right now. No, baby, no. This is the part of the very slow process because it comes from the reflection from a long time, which means emotionally you didn't want to allow yourself to progress in a certain way because you were uncertain of the changes. Now, you're like a cat. Sometimes Virgolinis, my gorgeous Virgos, you're like cats. You know, you don't like changes. Same with Scorpios as well. Scorpios are like cats as well, like to stick to their own thing, you know, and they like to go like that by the water, they know, you know, by the non-murky water, they know, you know, this is how it is. So this is all going to be bringing such a wonderful and balanced force, which is just going to completely put your mind in a certain mindset. And that in itself, as the time goes by, but in particular this week, every day, you're going to feel stronger and stronger to make the necessary change. But that change is going to require from you to kind of evaluate your emotional life, evaluate things around you. Are you really happy with everything? How long have you been unhappy with a certain stage? How long have the certain things keep on bringing you down? And maybe if you're acting in a certain way, you're just unhappy with a certain stage of your life, with a certain part of your life, because my Virgolini, some kind of stage is coming to an end. And this stage that is coming to an end already came to an end. And that's why that was bringing you down, that was pushing you down, and that energy was preventing you to fly. So now you will be in between this week, but most importantly, you will go that much higher, and that in itself is going to help you to rejoice and reconnect and connect to those parts of your spiritual journey when it comes to your future planning. So you're going to start feeling like a vavavoom-ish energy when it comes to future planning, when it comes to like certain bits and pieces, and you are going to make an important decision, and the decision that you're going to make it's going to be so mind-blowing, because September 2020 is going to be like ooh la la, rather vavavoomish moment in time. This is all going to happen through your own passion. You know, my gorgeous Virgolinis, it's the success, okay, it's the power, it's the financial reward, it's everything what you are special about, that you kind of almost reached the point with your life where you thought, no, I'm not really good, no, I can't do this. No, it's again this, it's again that. No, baby, no. This was all part of the journey. This was all part of the trick. This was all part of the security and power and your karma. You had to feel like this. You know, you're not always going to feel like on top of the world. You're not always going to feel excited, the most excited person ever. You know, it's always going to be the tests that we are going to be thrown under. Now, for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you seem to have been thrown under many tests indeed. So now this is the time to bounce back. And now this is also going to be the moment in time when you're going to realize how responsible you are. I love you, Virgolinis, because you most certainly are. But then on another hand, it's not about only how responsible you are. It's like the actual new plan, a new wish that you're going to have, which is just going to inspire in so many different ways. And also they will be connected to the certain invitation. You're going to hear about a certain invitation this week, which is just going to start changing your life, literally. And also on another hand, it is all about this week, it's about your personal rebirth indeed. And it's like, first of all, what is also going to happen, it's about the success gain. And I like this because financially this is going to be great. Gain financially and security wise, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. But that 77 number, beautiful lucky number that you have this week, number 77, is also going to make you realize not only that you're going to have your little angel by your side throughout this week, you're going to have your spirit guide by your side throughout this week. Please, Virgolini, ask question before you go to sleep. Whatever you think about it, you can think whatever you want, but throughout this week, 77 means that you ask a question before you go to sleep, my Virgolini, okay? Just ask, when is going to happen this, when is going to happen, what should I do this, am I on the right path, blah, 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 blah. Ask a question, look wherever you want to look, do whatever you want to do, like connecting whichever way you want to connect. It doesn't matter because you're part of the ooh la la, absolutely remarkable, rather advanced energy, which means that there is going to be the answer that you will get. You also need to pay attention to also what's the very first thing in the morning on your mind. Is it unusual? Is it weird? Is it strange? Why is this on your mind? Why? Because it's meant to be there. This is all going to be the part of your rebirth. You will be getting all sorts of informations the very first thing in the morning. I said this to you before, but also through your dreams. Also through your dreams, also through your sleeping. And it's brilliant because on another hand, you know, you're going to overcome an obstacle and challenge that was just really going on for a long while, going on for a long way. Part of your life, because Virgos have had it long indeed. So I'm talking about the last few years in particular, but also the last 7 years. It's just of course this number is rather symbolic indeed. The last 7 years, this was very, very specific. I really like it because this is also going to kind of surprise you, because oh my god, I can't believe it. This is also going to come with an element of surprise this week. Something is going to happen when it comes to your own advancement and your own success, and you're going to do something, you've done something, you made this decision, and now this is going to kind of bounce back, and it's going to be brilliant. It's going to make you really surprise you, but you're going to learn something about what you like doing and what it's going to be one of the next stages later on. But it's all about the advantage. You are going on a sacred advantage indeed. Negotiation, you're going to have a negotiation this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, my lord. It's going to be good, it's going to be very successful, and something very important, it's going to happen through that negotiation, my lord. Which means on another hand, if you want to apply for things, you want to start new things, new jobs, new career, this and that, just go for it, because all these things are going to happen at the right time, and it is going to manifest with an element of surprise, and it's going to be successful, and that's the bottom line. So if you need to start negotiations, just go for it. I just like it so much. You're about to rediscover something, but it's not going to be completely new. It's just confirmation, something what you have been paying attention to, something what you wanted to happen, what you were dreaming about to happen, but it was just requiring from you to get to the certain beginning, to get to the certain creativity when it comes to the actual beginning of something very special and a very meaningful experience of your life. Great determination, initiative, strength and power, which is going to lead towards your own rebirth moment and a wake-up call, indeed, which is going to provide you with an important vision about your future. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is brilliant. I really like, because it's all about the accomplishment, okay? All about the accomplishment, and it's all about the moment in time in your life when you just like were uncertain. It was very, very slow. It was very bizarre, but most certainly this is the greatest moment in time, because it's going to escape the situation that was bringing you down. It's going to help you to escape the life that you no longer want to live. It's going to help you to escape the situation where you don't feel the balance is there anymore, because it's a quite ingenuine energy maybe around you. And someone who is rather toxic in your life, it's also going to kind of become the part of you where it comes to you thinking like, oh no, this is just, maybe it's time to move on. Little adjustment, a readjustment and abandonment is also going to take place. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you know what? I just like it because there is the certain exploration going to happen. You're just going to kind of be somewhere. You're going to find somewhere yourself in a very strange maybe place or location. And maybe let's say you're in the forest somewhere, or at the beginning of the forest, and suddenly you're going to see yourself being attracted to the certain tree. Go for it. The power of exploration is going to be around you. The power of exploration is going to be very much so enhanced, and you will be, oh my Lord, part of all sorts of dimensions like we all normally are. But this in itself is going to bring you an absolutely vavavoom-ish moment in time, because that balance, form, harmony and firmness you're going to have at the same time, it's also coming through your own accomplishment. But that in itself, it's also going to provide you with an omen that you are going to have. It's going to be so brilliant, because you will know that there is a very important bright prospect about to happen, about to come through, about to manifest. When you see this particular little bird, you will see the little bird, and you will know at the same time that bird is going to do something different, something unusual. Maybe it will be beautiful, maybe it will look at you, maybe it will talk to you, maybe it will come close to you, maybe it will be flying in a nice way, maybe it will be really fast. It all depends what you were thinking about at around the time, because it's just going to confirm something to you. But at the same time, you will know when you see this little bird, you will feel something really deep inside you, really passion is going to be born at the same time, because you will know this is the confirmation that the one very, very important prospect, it's about to manifest, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Very important prospect, okay? And that important prospect is just going to be so significant, because it's at the same time going to bring you the whole new hope, the whole new faith, inspiration, and new life, satisfaction, pleasure, and happiness. You will know straight away that it's time to actually, start actioning on things and start doing things that you wanted to do for a while, but emotionally you weren't just too sure. Now the energy and it's all about to change, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's coming to the completion, very important completion and accomplishment. And you're going to hear a good news. There is a certain process that you started, something like some kind of maybe negotiation or some kind of signature or some kind of legal process that you started, and you are going to hear a confirmation that it all went well. Maybe you were like kind of uncertain, something to do with the document, whether you did the right thing, whether you went the right road, but you are going to realize that you did the right thing, because you were part of something that you weren't too sure, part of the process that nobody couldn't help you or guide you. You just had to go and find out by yourself how to do things, how to action things, how to start things, and you felt a little bit uncomfortable because you were unsure how things are going to unfold. So most certainly it's going to be really good, and you're going to hear a good news about it. It's completion, very, very important accomplishment time, and certain journey experience, some kind of trip or journey. It's going to be necessary for you. It not necessarily holidays, not necessarily like on this particular week, but this particular week, certain journey or traveling is going to be like some kind of path that is going to be relevant when it comes to the certain stage and completion of this particular journey, my gorgeous Virgolinis. On another hand, there is also going to be doubting moment. Oh my God, shall I do it? Shall I not? Shall I do it? Shall I not? Shall I do it? Shall I not? The answer is just go for it, Virgolinis. Definitely go for it. And also, you're gonna have a great advice, you know, from someone. From somebody really important in your life, somebody who knows you, somebody who really knows you really well, somebody who loves you, somebody who appreciates you, is going to have the great advice for you as well. Very, very wise indeed, okay? Okay, here we go. Knight of Cups here, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is such an important moment in time, and I really like it because it's the whole new inspiration, you know, the inspiration from the right person, the beautiful wiseness, and that particular person who you really feel inspired by, it's also going to do something, and that is going to inspire you even more. The particular person who you feel inspired by, okay, it's going to inspire you even more this week. There is some kind of mind-blowing, life-changing advice that you are going to get this week through this person. Not only this is going to give you control over a situation, but this is also going to give you so much activity, confidence, you know, because it's just going to prove some kind of relevance to you when it comes to the beginning of something very, very adventurous when it comes to your life. This is where you're going to start discovering your happiness again. You know, it's so good, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, you see, Virgolinis, my gorgeous babies, you always have not always, but you normally have like a stomach is just been like an absolute nightmare, like a digestion, very sensitive stomach indeed. Okay, so just make sure, please, to take it easy as you can. Avoid horrible juices, like, you know, juices from the shops, like squashes. You know, squash is like a juice that you dilute with the water. It's like a juice, that you dilute with the water, but avoid it as much as you can, because I've realized they're all full of aspartame, fake sweeteners and things like that. Please try to do this, because this is something that you are highly sensitive to. Just if you drink juices, just try to make sure that you drink like your own juices, or try to make sure that you drink like water instead, or the squash or cordial or juice that you decide to drink, and just make sure that it's actually natural without any horrible ingredients like aspartame and all these fake chemicals. Ew, not good. You just look for natural. Stevia is quite good, like a stevia sugar is like a natural form of sugar, for example, like instead of aspartame, which is not really good. They use all sorts of things, so try to avoid this. On another hand, you also need to be taking like an organic New Zealand wheatgrass powder, organic from New Zealand. Like if you can take this like about 2 or 3 times this week, the very first thing in the morning, it's going to help you to flush out the toxins, and it's going to be good for your stomach. What else I think it's going to be brilliant is the actual aloe vera juice. If you can get organic aloe vera juice from the shop, you know, without any horrible ingredients, and that is going to help you nicely with the stomach lining as well. Make sure that this is super important, make sure that you are taking organic spirulina. Keep on taking organic spirulina, what I said, please. If you can get it from Hawaii, then it will be fantastic. But organic spirulina in a powder or in a tablet form, and organic acerola cherry powder as well. It would be quite brilliant to take every single day, the very first thing in the morning, 1 teaspoon in a little bit of glass of water, and drink it, because it's going to replenish your vitamin C levels. And one more thing, it's a 1 capsule or 1 tablespoon of fish oil. Fish oil is very important because it's going to help you with your concentration levels and memory, and your skin as well. It's going to be rather nice. And if you don't want to take a fish oils, then you can take a flaxseed oil, which is the plant version of a fish oil. It contains omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is very good for the power of your mind, for your concentration levels, and it's going to boost your immune system. I know it's quite a lot, my gorgeous Virgolini, but hey. So basically, just if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now basically, my gorgeous Virgolinis, those of you that are actually in relationship, you see, you just have to be a little bit careful, because there is a problem that you're going to need to work on. There is something that is dark, not dark, but there's a little cloud that needs to be burst, and that cloud means that there is some kind of like a karmic situation from the past, not that long ago. There was unresolved problem between you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. You need to work on this problem. You need to sort this out, because this karmic little balloon, or this karmic little coming little balloon, or like it's just going to come back, and it's going to require from you to burst it. It's going to require from you to do something about it, because if you don't, it is going to double up. So there you go. There is some problem that you're going to need to kind of both sort out in order to move on. And also, it is not the greatest moment in time for your partner to spend the money as well. Just this week, to be a little bit careful. Okay, then for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I like it, because you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have a great time this week. You're going to meet quite a few people, and there is someone very interesting that you're going to meet. That person is not going to be the love of your life, but that person is not going to be someone who is going to change your life, but it's someone whom you're going to benefit from so much. You're going to benefit from that person, because through that person you will kind of get a certain inspiration. That person is going to inspire you to move on. That person is going to inspire you to become vavavumish. That person is going to awake something in you, that is going to awake something else, and that something else is going to be brilliant because it was sleeping for a while. Perhaps you were too busy or whatever, but most importantly, this is going to be the greatest moment in time, because it's purely coming through the actual perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity indeed. So this is going to be an absolutely immaculate starting point when it comes to somebody else who's going to eventually come into your life, but this is going to be something really, really important. You will see. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Watch this space. Okie dokie, so now I'm just going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, okay? Just a second. Oh gosh, okay, sorry. Just a little bit more. I hope you don't hear me swallowing it. Okay, so basically now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. Libera. Libera, 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 Libera. Libera, 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 libera. Raise your energy, libera. Raise your power, libera. Raise your energy, libera. My gorgeous Libras, I love you so much. You are going to enter a very important stage. Of course, this is to do with your destiny, this is to do with your fortune, but this is to do with the actual outcome that that is going to be a very surprising moment in time, because it's not going to happen the way you wanted it to happen. It is going to be some kind of beginning of the culmination period, which means it is going to require from you to actually kind of like look at things from another angle, but also to make necessary changes. Okie dokie, my gorgeous Libra, this week it is going to be so significant, because at around the midweek there are certain adjustments that you will make, and these adjustments are purely going to happen and come and be born and manifest from the new feelings, new stage that you are going to have, and that are going to manifest throughout this dimension at the very beginning of this week. I like this so much because it's all about the actual beginning of the certain adventure that you're actually going to have, which is going to be all to do with you feeling very much so excited and optimistic about this new stage, new option that is going to become so strongly evident. It's going to be calling you, Libra, I'm here. It's so important, Libra. It's about your transformation, Libra. It's your butterfly moment. I told you before, you were just kind of so clever, you were so wise, you were you're so powerful when it comes to you sticking to certain guns, you know, when it comes to you sticking to certain options, you sticking to certain beginnings, you know, you deciding something and sticking to it in so beautiful way without even talking about too much, blabbing about it too much. It's the best way to be, to stay humble, always stay humble. Why do I say this? Well, because this is going to be an important moment in time, because it's just like it's going to be the challenging situation, you know, something is going to be needed from you. You're going to need to kind of attain something, and you're also going to need to kind of like put a little bit of your energy when it comes to the actual making a certain decision, you know. But this is so good, because you will know that this enthusiasm that you're going to have this week, it's going to be so powerful, because it's going to help it to connect, you know, to the new wish that it's going to become very much so evident this week, but it's going to lead towards the greatest determination, initiative and strength. I like it so much because you will have the reason to celebrate. You will have the reason to celebrate, and that in itself is going to be such a powerful time, because you're also going to have a certain ritual. You know, I'm seeing you having a certain ritual, which means you're actually going to have a very strong energy when it comes to like your connection with some kind of durability of the wish, durability of the way of thinking, the power of your mind, the power of your manifestation. Therefore, you will have that little shortcut when it comes to you achieving things. And this is why the ritual is so strongly evident here. I know it sounds bizarre, but it's one of those things that I said about the candles. You know, the candles are very powerful, and they have been used throughout the centuries. Indeed, they have been used for many centuries, for many hundreds of years, and it's purely because it's the fire. It's a powerful enemy. My gosh. It's the fire, it's the powerful element, you see, that is going to help in so many different ways. But once you make the right connection, you know, you can also make a very magnetic vibration in between you, yourself, that candle, and the universe. So therefore, this travels really long. It travels in the right ways, and most importantly, it gets so far, much further than it would do, and to the right spirits and the guardian angels. So therefore, if you would like to start a little ritual, light a little candle, you know, write something on it on the side, you know, anoint it like with a little lavender on three different places, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then write one thing on, and then light it. Make sure you make a very strong moment in between you and that candle, and make a certain wish, and that is going to travel so much, so far, and most certainly is going to manifest like there is no tomorrow. And with that manifestation, it's also going to start an activity, determination, transformation as well. Wow. On another hand, you know what, my gorgeous Libra, I like this week because you're gonna feel really good when it comes to the certain accomplishment, you know, like when it comes to like shaking certain things up. and in your life, like when it comes to very stale stage, stale period, when it comes to things that you didn't see much like improvement, or maybe, you know, nobody didn't come through, there was just not like enough of maybe inspiration and potential, you know, when it comes to you feeling it through other channels, through other people, through the other persons, like maybe managers or people, you know, maybe things like that, you know, somebody who's like who are like a leaders in your life. There is a very important option going to come through some kind of leader in your life. But when it comes to like a manager or somebody like that, if you're like a retired, it doesn't matter. It could still be somebody like, for example, where you go to do certain hobby and things like that. So who is the main person who is like in charge of that hobby, you know, who is telling you what to do. It all depends how you can put this in your life, or where you can place this in your life. But most certainly the greatest honor from the certain leader is going to come through, and that in itself is just such an important moment in time, because it's going to make you feel good, it's going to give you an immediately certain power, and it's all about the actual accomplishment, confidence that you're also going to have. But on another hand, it's just an important time of the actual progress and inspiration, realization and confirmation about a certain knowledge, that it's time for you to pay attention to the certain knowledge, to the certain skill, to the certain part of you that you're not using, not paying attention to as much as you should. And that in itself is going to be a more amazing, important moment in time, because at the same time you're going to make an important decision here, and decision that you're going to make is going to be so good, because it's going to help you to realize that a certain stage in your life came to an end. But then again, it's all about the actual sacrifice and readjustment, you know, sacrifice and readjustment. You are the only one who can make changes. You just need to realize that you made an important decision 7 months ago. Now that's true. Now that's becoming important. Now that's becoming significant. You're reaching an important moment when it comes to security, power, finances, and resources. Libra, you've got more resources than you need in order to move on. Okay, so that's why I'm saying this. It is all about the earthly magic you're going to feel around you, that is going to impress you. It is going to re-energize you. It is going to help you with your own reflection, and your own reflection is going to make your instincts so sharp and so powerful. And that in itself is going to be your own blessings that you're going to have. Your own blessing is going to help you to emerge in a certain way, and that is going to make you very powerful indeed. This power, it's also going to bring you the whole new promise, which is going to gather, and it's going to stem and happen from the movement of the very sweet, very stale stage in your life. You know, you're also going to just make an important decision. It's really time to move on. Do not bring yourself down with things that are no longer working for you. Do not bring yourself down with things that are making you feel unhappy. Do not bring yourself down and wait for someone else to decide it for you. This week, it's all gonna be you're gonna be like a little bull, you know, you're gonna be like, go for it, go for it, go for it. So good, so good. Letter J is going to be very significant for you this week, my gorgeous Libra. Just watch for letter J. It is going to be very significant for you, but also I need to let you know, regardless what it happens, regardless how things go, just stay strong and follow your passion, follow your love. Follow your emotions, follow your inspiration. This is such an important week indeed, because you will see exactly what I mean. On another hand, it is just about the honor that you are going to have and reward from a very hard work within the last 7 months. This is all going to take place at the beginning of this week. You're going to start realizing the actual rewards, and that these rewards are going to be directly responsible for you realizing that you've got more resources than you need in order to move on. You will absolutely be remarkably excited this week, because you know you will have a reason for celebration by the end of this week. And this celebration is also going to kind of like have an open door for you, you know, open door, and suddenly the whole universe is going to be in front of you. The whole universe is going to be presented to you. You're going to have such a sacred moment of discovery, self-discovery, and your capability, my gorgeous gorgeous Libras, you don't need anyone to rely on. Please don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying that you are, but you're so capable, you're so powerful, you've been working so hard, you've been like suffering quite a lot, my gorgeous Libras, in the last 24 months. But now, December, this part, especially this week, is just not only going to be connected to the certain, like uncertain efforts that's just going to come to an end, because you will realize that's it, you know, now we are going into the advancement, and the advancement moment is going to not only lead towards your own rebirth, changes, but it's about the plans, wishes, you know, and that in itself is going to be an opportunity that is just going to ridiculously going to become important, not straight away, but you will know if you go down this road that is also not, it's not going to be that long until you get a certain opportunity. This is how this is all going to be connected, because it's also, believe me or not, going to help you to release yourself from a devilish situation. I'm not saying you're in a devilish situation, but when I see like some kind of enslavement situation and trickery, that means that you need to pay attention to the vibration around you, Libra, this week, and you need to see what is about to change, because there are certain changes that are going to start happening, by good changes, but this is all going to help with your spiritual journey and with your own spiritual vibration and with your own enslavement and trickery feeling, which means that you feel restrained and you shouldn't. You are Libra, you need to have a perfect balance. So the balance is coming, and you will realize, you will make a decision, because you will know this is so important. I really like it, because most certainly it's going to help you to get away, to get out, to get lost from the actual toxic situations, from toxic people in your life. Time to movie on, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Time to move on. And that in itself, you know, it's just going to make a very important moment for you, because it's an indecisive situation, you know, something that you were indecisive about. What I said, you're going to make a massive decision, and that decision is going to be the greatest moment of awakening for you, and it's going to lead towards a big change, the beginning of a big change. This is just a process. The beginning of the big change, my gorgeous Libra. This is going to be the beginning, okay? Watch what's on your mind, okay? And you're going to make a decision, and the actual October 2020, it's going to be the continuation of that decision. So something is going to be born here. You're going to give to birth something really important, something that brought you so much contemplation and so much uncertainty and so much negativity, because you weren't too sure. At some moment in time, that looked like a completely ridiculous thing to you. But now this is just going to be so good, because there is so much that is going to be proven through this situation. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. On another hand, my gorgeous Libra, what else I was going to say? Do you know what? You've got the justice. Number 8 is your lucky number this week, indeed. Number 8 is an important number, which means like just remember to stay committed to the task at hand. As more committed you are to the task at hand, the more distracted you are, the more your spiritual going to grow, the more powerful you're going to be, the more wise you're going to be, because you're going to be under the test indeed. Try to write number 8 on a little bit of paper, on a pendant, on your hand, because attaching yourself to this particular energy is also going to make all this highly vibrational and even more powerful all around you indeed. But the bottom line is, you are having a justice. My Libra, your justice is coming. I like it. Something you've been waiting for, something that was making you uneasy, something that was making you uncertain, and it's going to be good, and it's going to put a big smile on your face, bring you proper balance, harmony, and most certainly there is a reward that you will have by the end of this week, okay? Something that you sincerely desire is about to happen, and it was all down to your good intentions. And also what else is going to happen, an amazing advice that you are going to get and gain at around the same time, my gorgeous Libra, okay? And you see it's just an important, look at this is what you are going to escape, the devil. You see this? It's absolutely brilliant. You do not want a devil in your life, and in this moment in time, the devil was the one that was preventing you to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that was making you to contemplate certain bits and pieces about your life and making it confusing in a certain way. And it doesn't come in a shape of like the actual devil, but it's like the certain people in your life have kind of making you to feel in a different way, in a certain way, that was kind of making this role quite more significant in your life. So this is the actual person, this is the situation, this is the group of people, this is the actual dimension that you are going to cut out of your life. This dimension was trying to prevent you to move on. This dimension was making water rather murky, and most certainly after this moment in time, you're not going to feel enslaved, tricked at all, and things like that. In fact, you are going to kind of release yourself, and that is going to be brilliant because it's going to start helping you to express yourself. You're going to find yourself expressing yourself in so many different ways. You're going to find yourself like being really excited, having a big smile on your face, and being really naughty, and being very explorative in many different ways. And this is purely because this negative devilish energy is actually going to shift. It's absolutely wonderful and it's remarkable because it's going to help you to understand certain things that happened to you not that long ago, you know, in the last 24 months as well, that you couldn't understand. But most certainly the time of activation, spiritual unfoldment, and the reason for celebration you will have, because the certain problem is coming to an end and it's bringing conclusion that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. Okay? Now my go-to Libra, do you know what's really important for you to take? Like when it comes to like your health, I highly suggest you to take like something like omega-3 essential fatty acids as well, because it's going to help you with your power of your mind, power of your thinking. It's going to help you to focus. And also what else I was going to say is like, so it's omega-3 essential fatty acids, I highly recommend, and also an acerola cherry powder. Very significant to take acerola cherry powder because it's going to help you to replenish vitamin C levels. I said this millions of times, and you know how important acerola cherry powder I think it is because it's natural vitamin C. You take this in a little glass of water, you take 1 teaspoon, mix it up and drink it every single morning. It's going to replenish your vitamin C levels and it's just so good for you. And also another thing that I was going to say, your face is going to be rather dry, so just try to take an apricot kernel oil, okay? Not necessarily that your face is going to be dry, like but it's just like your face is going to be sensitive and it's not going to feel right. So if you get organic apricot kernel oil and just try to put this on your face like as soon as after you have a shower, rather than using like a chemicals like a creams, and try to avoid like a creams like a chemicals and things like that. Only natural, please. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, for those of you that are in relationship, ooh la la, material gain. There is going to be really good material gain that you are going to have this week, and this, it's gonna do you both the world of good because it's just something that, you know, you were expecting, but this is going to come with a little element of surprise. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more, but it's going to be quite good because it's going to help you to make a certain decision as well. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, ooh la la, you know, there is someone really important about to enter your sphere. Somebody really important, it's about to enter your journey this week, okay? And I like this person. I really like this person, and it's just someone you've never met before, somebody who you've never come across before is going to become the part of your journey. And it's just going to be about the inspiration, and you will see something in this person that like no one else is seeing. But this is good, this is great, because you will be able to kind of attach to this person from a whole different perspective. So this is nothing unusual. However, there is someone very special about to enter your life, enter your dimension, enter your journey. They already kind of noticed you. You see, it's all about them coming through and say, hello Libra, I'm here. And you're like, Libra, I'm here. So basically, yeah, just go and be as open-minded as you can, because someone very special is coming here indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpio. Do you know what? There is something like maybe within the last 12 months that you invoked a certain invocation. The power of your mind took off. You're very powerful, you're very strong, you're very deep, you're very mysterious. What does that mean? Also, at the same time, that the power of your mind is very strong and it stretches much further than some other signs. Within the last 12 months, there was something very much so, very powerful, very strong, and very significant on your mind when it comes to you making certain changes. Okay, but this was strictly within the last 12 months. Okay, I've got an itchy nose because I've got like the cats, okay, they're losing their hair quite a lot, so my nose is constantly itchy. But when I do this, then people are like, oh my god, look, he's itching his nose. No, it's not what people think that I would be itching my nose for. It is to do with my cats, yeah, and it's like the hair literally everywhere. I've got 3 cats, and as you can imagine, so it's to do with the hair, maybe the candles sticky and all that, I don't know, but this is why my nose is like very often itchy. So, but sometimes people, they just like to get some kind of ideas. Oh no, he's doing this, he's doing that. No, Sasha's in the gym every day almost. Okay, so basically, yeah, so it's like, what I was going to say is, do you know what? I really like it because in the last 12 months in particular, you did something, you were thought about something, you were thinking about something without even realizing you planted a certain seed. Then you forgot. Then we skipped like a whole year. And now this is about to come back and it's about to poke you. Hello, I did this. So the power of your mind was very strong when it comes to your responsibility, your manifestation, when it comes to your power, and when it comes to enthusiasm and the beginning of some kind of very optimistic moment in your life. So you started something very important. So now that is going to bounce back and is going to provide you with an opportunity, absolutely beautiful opportunity. So some kind of unfinished business that didn't even start, it's going to come back. And not only that, it's going to start and begin like an absolutely remarkable moment of grounding in your life, which is also going to highlight a certain passion, highlight the part of you, highlight the side of you, the part of you that you need to pay more attention to, because that is going to be something very sacred indeed. The way to get out, the way to happiness, the way to actual really beautiful and powerful dimension full of radiance, harmony, which is on one hand gonna make you realize, you know, it's all about the completion, that something came to an end when it comes to your journey. But on another hand, it's the activation that it's actually going to do this, not only make you realize focus and unfoldment, but also the new wish, the new direction, the new plan. It's going to come through this as well. I really like it. And also, if that didn't happen, you wouldn't realize that you managed to escape like some kind of unknown situation by being really wise, by at a time when someone maybe was like, oh no, that's not the right thing to do or something like that, but you managed to do your own thing, you managed to go down your own road, and you're gonna see as well, this is gonna be confirmed to you that you did the right thing. And that in itself, it's going to make you realize, wow, that you are very much so, you were awake to unknown dangers. And this is all down to you being very intuitive. This is all down to you be very psychic, very deep, and this your ability to achieve the vision into those areas and those dimensions around us that maybe other people are not able to do it as easily. You're able to see things where other people are not. So this is your Scorpione gifty that you actually have, that is absolutely brilliant. On another hand, you know what, this week it's all about your own wheel of fortune, my babies, indeed. La la la, wheel of fortune, my gorgeous Scorpiones, and your number this week, lucky number, it's also number 10. This is a powerful number and very strong number, and it's going to show you that you are standing on the solid ground, and this is purely coming from your uncertainty that was caused by a murky waters around you. This was all very much so quite strong and quite effective in the last 24 months in particular when it comes to you, but now you're boiling down to the very important point, very important stage, and you will just make such an amazing decision when it comes to the certain addiction. Okay, when it comes to, I know it sounds weird, but hello, you go with the flow. They say only dead fish goes with the flow. Please. No, you go with the flow, you go with the energy, you go with the power, you go with this dimension, you go with this direction by listening to your intuition. This is what I say, you go with the flow, my gorgeous Scorpiones. Because when it comes to you and your intuition, you just need to be very much so optimistic, because if you bring yourself down, if you use your power of your mind and power of your thinking to bring yourself down, then you're also going to lock all sorts of doors around you, especially you who is having like the third psychic eye, like highly illuminated more than any other sign indeed. So what I was going to say, that your wheel of fortune moment is going to happen, you know, you're going to have an absolutely mind-blowing outcome this week, Scorpionis. This is so important, because this outcome that you're going to have, it's actually going to really surprise you. Not only the actual outcome in terms of success, but the actual outcome is going to surprise you, because it's going to happen at the time when you least expected. And the outcome, it's also going to bring you really powerful growth, and that is coming from the certain progress. But also on another hand, you're going to need to make a certain judgment. Look at this. You're going to immediately be able to make a certain judgment through this situation, and that is going to make you feel so good. It's going to put you right back on, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and the balance is just going to be like absolutely mind-blowing. Very sexy moment in time indeed. Vava vumish Scorpionis, because that is going to be followed by you getting your balance back, balanced force, balanced energy. Absolutely remarkable. It's going to make you feel very special almost immediately. But the certain vision about the future, you will start feeling immediately attracted to and connected to, and that is going to be your new absolutely vavavumish starting point in your life, because through your own skill, through your own realization, through your own past, through your own karma and dimension, you will get to this very important point where the new passion is going to be born, and you are going to have an amazing option at around the end of this week. And that option is going to become like a new option, like to look forward to, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your security and power, and when it comes to the next stage of your life. I mean, come on, this is the very much so very powerful time when it comes to your own grounding, which is about to help you to relax in a certain way. But then again, that in itself, it's also going to connect you with an adventure that you wouldn't normally have. And that adventure is also going to give you and bring you pleasure, and that energy and that balance is just going to be absolutely perfect moment in time for you. It's fantastic. You know why? Because this is going to also be the time when the certain problem and something that was really annoying you, it was bringing you down, it's also coming to an end. Oh my Lord. What else I was going to say, it is that it is the period of like excitement but relaxation at the same time, and we achieve this when we reach the certain balance. We achieve this when we reach the certain stage of radiance, focus, vision that becomes like a rather creative moment in time for us, but also it brings us a promise, and that in itself, it's the greatest wake-up call that you're going to have ever. You know, it is actual the decision. You're going to make an important decision, but this is to do with your skills. This is to do with something that you know how to do and that you will expand, and that is going to March 2020. It's going to play an important role when it comes to you making this decision, when it comes to your own new power, and something very special about you, something very significant when it comes to your own perfection, mastery, and something that you're really, really powerful at doing, because everybody is good for something indeed in this world. On another hand, you know what? It's all about the creativity, creation, beginning. This week, it's going to be mind-blowing, my Scorpionis, because you will begin something very important when it comes to certain invention. It's absolutely beautiful moment in time when it comes to manifestation, beginning of a meaningful experience, indeed an adventure. I am talking about a adventure, the birth of a child. But this is like the birth of a child, which is going to mean symbolically it's significant time, because what you're going to start, it's going to last forever. Do you get it? The birth of a child. The child is a sacred moment. This child is a sacred, baby is a sacred time. So this, what you're going to do, it's going to be sacred. It's going to have many stages. It's going to last for a long time, and it's going to be changing all the time. It's going to bring you power, success, and most certainly it's going to change your life forever, for good ever. Absolutely fantastic moment in time, and I really like it. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Scorpionists, you know what, there is a certain money that you're also going to have, like an inheritance money, or if you don't have anyone to leave you inheritance, then there is going to be the gift of money that you're also going to have, and this is going to surprise you, but it's something that's maybe coming with like a little delay perhaps, but most certainly it is just going to kind of be great, because it's always good, isn't it? On another hand, it's just all about inspiration, potential to actually make a big change when it comes to your home. This is the homecoming moment in time, and also the relationships with your families are going, or people around you are going to be quite enhanced as well. It is the greatest moment in time to try to escape just for a day or two. It is going to do you the world of good. A lot is going to be happening, and I do see that you will find like a little bit of relaxation or something, like maybe somewhere in the forest, somewhere by the tree. Maybe you can hug the tree, maybe you can ground yourself, touch the ground a little bit. Try to imagine like a white light going around you, you know, beautiful sacred white light going around you, one hand, second hand, through each finger, and then that white light you also imagine to, like a trees, you know, go through one finger into the ground like a tree root, another finger going into the ground like a tree root, third, fourth, five on each hand, and that is going to help to rejuvenate yourself like there is no tomorrow. And you imagine white light around you. It's very powerful, because your imagination, your mind, you know, your way of thinking, it's an energy anyway, whether you see it or not. So this is what you do. You're just rejuvenating yourself, but this is going to help you quite a lot. On another hand, you know, I like it because it's just like a, not only like you will be tested a little bit challenging situation when it comes to your stamina, but you are going to have a really fantastic realization that this discontinuance of certain effort is coming to an end. So you're just going to abandon the certain stage, and that it's going to be a resolution of the problem, you know, conclusion that you will have, and it's at the same time going to bring you healing through a satisfactory result indeed. Absolutely fantastic inspiration and very artistic week that you're actually going to have, my gorgeous Scorpionis, indeed. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, my beautiful people, when it comes to the actual health, you are just going to kind of have a very painful shoulders, and your lower back is going to be quite sensitive indeed. So just make sure that you're doing the right certain exercises. Make sure if you can swim, if you can go and swim, that is going to be something that is going to help you with your spiritual balance. So beautiful. And also it's like if you can sleep on a side throughout this week, sit in the correct way, make sure you have a good pillow, make sure you have a good pillow in between your legs, because that helps you to relax your back in a certain way, like you would normally wouldn't, you see. And also basically very important for you to keep going, taking like an organic spirulina from Hawaii if you can, organic spirulina in a tablet form or powder form, and also make sure that you are taking like something like same organic spirulina and the actual organic acerola cherry powder. This is absolutely a must. Okay, organic spirulina and organic cherry powder, but also most importantly, just make sure that you're even taking like something like a dandelion tea, organic dandelion tea, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. And also if you can take something like organic blueberries, raspberries, goji berries, any berries, if you can buy organic by yourself and make a smoothie every single morning, because it's going to help you with your liver detox and kidney, you know, because it's going to be quite sensitive sensitive area. And also on another hand, it's the milk thistle. It's called milk thistle, that is quite wonderful for the liver detoxification in particular. But you take milk thistle in a tincture. I prefer tincture because it gets into the bloodstream quicker. I said this before. But if you can't take a tincture, then you take capsules, you know, like a dry version of this herb. But also this is going to help you with the actual liver detoxification in particular. And you take this for like about 5 or 6 weeks, then you have like a couple of weeks break, then you take 5 or 6 weeks again, then you take a couple of weeks break, then you take for 5 or 6 weeks again, and then you take a longer break, and then you do it again. You don't take this all the time, you just take it every now and then, but you have little stages, little periods, and this is going to help to flush out the toxins out of the system. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you in relationship, oh la la, you just need to remember that this week it's gonna be a little bit of feely, touchy, feely in between you two. I think a lot is going to be going on, and I think it's going to be a rather sensitive situation. So just remember, if you feel like a little bit like a stroppy, or if your partner is feeling stroppy, just remind each other that the vibration is going to be rather stroppy-ish. And this is purely because you both have a lot to do, and that is going to take out in you in certain energy in a certain way. So it's gonna be fine, and just make sure that it's just tact is necessary to maintain peace. Just do your thing and they can do their thing. The week is not too long and you're gonna be absolutely fine. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it is just basically it's the great week for like talking to people. It's the great week for meeting people. This week you're just gonna kind of have a great time when it comes to your flirting, great time when it comes to meeting people, great time when lots of people are going to be able to see how beautiful, how gorgeous you are, and this flirting is just going to be better than anything else. Okay, so it's a great time to meet new people, and it's a great time of like flirtation and discovering and rediscovering certain things about yourselves. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarini, you're actually going to hear something about a certain success. Something is going to surprise you. You know, your direction that you took in the last 24 months, and something that was going on and rolling on really slow. It was okay. It was fine, but it didn't provide you with options. You know, it didn't provide you with enough, and maybe at the time you had maybe certain materialistic, like not trouble, but not as successful as you wanted to. This is all part of the actual process that is just going to bounce back now rather nicely, and it's going to provide you with a certain success. That success, it's not going to be the confirmation for you. It's not going to reflect on you in such a way like, oh great, I'm going to do this. It's going to be absolute opposite. This week you're going to find yourself being very much so like explorative, and this week you're also going to start realizing happiness where you didn't see it before. You're going to start realizing beauty around you where you didn't see it before. You're going to start realizing excitement where you didn't see it before. This is so important. Because if we go down the same road, if we go down the road where we just forget about our emotions, I'm not saying you forgot about it, but I'm just saying the Sagittarini, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you have been like focusing and working quite a lot, and there were certain elements and certain parts of your life that you simply forgot to pay attention to. Don't get me wrong, please, but these are simple things around you. You will see, because you are in the vortex of energy where the things are going to become obvious to you. Little things that you wouldn't even notice, now they're going to become obvious, and they're going to help you realize that it's the little things in life that count. Little things in life makes us happy. Little things in life becomes big. Little things in life are part of us. Little things in life are part of now, what's happening, our success, and most certainly our future, because that in itself is going to really help you with a certain justice and a certain balance and a certain harmony that is going to come through this, and that in itself is going to become like a certain wish. Certain wish is going to come out of it. Certain new option is going to come out of it. I really like it because you're going to feel like a great determination and strength, hope, faith, and inspiration with a whole new stage and whole new element in your life. And this is coming purely through the actual prosperity, deep emotional feeling, and some kind of conquest. You know, you're going to find yourself being in a really advanced stage, an advanced level in your life. And I really like it because it's all about the actual transformation, and you're going to need to act on it. You know, you will kind of like feel also like you want to change things around you. And I'm saying this is really important because it's all about yin yang. It's all about this particular energy that you kind of focus on. As soon as you change it, it's just brings something else in. Absolutely wonderful. And the greatest moment in time when it comes to an indecisive part of your life, you know, indecisiveness is about to become a really important decision. You're not going to make that decision by the end of this week, but at the end of this week, you're just going to start feeling very firmly, very strong, very powerful about your own success, which is about to reveal something else. It's going to reveal like where you need to pay attention in your life, but it's also going to surprise you in a way because you will really want to make a change that is going to require lots of energy from you. It's so good, but this is all part of this new plan. It's all part of the advancement, and it's all part of the actual resolution of the problem and the certain delay that was caused in your life. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, it's completely connected to the actual delay and certain fear, apprehension, okay? And it's also connected to the certain disloyalty and superficial benefit, okay? And it's like that short-lived status. You know, you were uncertain. It's like uncertainty. You needed more to connect to it. You needed more information. You need to stay slightly longer on your particular spiritual journey. Well, what is going to happen, my good Sagittarini? You're going to get a good news. You're going to receive a good news. You will know this good news that you're going to have. It's about your own advancement, gain, expectation, and desires. But also, on another hand, it is going to it is going to take off. Something is going to take off like full on in June 2020. June 2020 is going to have a complete direct connection with this particular good news that you are going to get about your advancement. Listen, when I say good news, this is about your life. This is about things that you were worrying about. This is about things that were bringing you down. This is about things in your life that were making you unhappy by not getting where you wanted to get so far. Most certainly, like for example, oh God, you thought that you would have been like in a slightly different way, that you would have a little bit more, you will be on a slightly different direction. This is all going to make sense here because it's the beginning of something very special when it comes to, as I said, your own advancement. It's something that you expected, but not as quick, not as soon. So that in itself is going to be the moment which is like, ooh la la, going to be absolutely brilliant. On one hand, it's to do with a certain promotion, okay? On another hand, it's to do with the actual certain recognition of your ability. There is something very, very important that you will recognize about yourself. This is going to be the beginning of changes, the beginning of change. This is going to be the beginning of you being rebellious. Not like, oh my God, I'm rebellious. No, baby, no. But about the realization how we have been conditioned as a society. We have been conditioned that we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to go to school for so long, we have to stay in the school for so long. It's all nonsense. You know, this is what the overlords have decided for us, people behind the scene, people who are running the world. But that's the whole another story. But the bottom line here is that basically you are going to realize something that you want to do, that is going to help you to discover real happiness, but it's completely out of the ordinary. The way of life, the way of living, maybe the certain options, certain decision that you're gonna make, it's out of the ordinary, but most certainly you're reaching an enlightening stage, an enlightening moment, an enlightening option in your life that is just gonna confirm this for you as well. Letter M M for mama. It's going to be M for mother. It's going to be quite significant for you this week. Letter M as well. Watch for the letter M, how you can take the actual meaning out of it, because it's going to help you also at around the time when you find a certain passion. It's going to bring you certain blessings, because it's just all about the perfection, recognition and honor that you're going to actually have this week. And this is just going to lead towards an ultimate change, Sagittarini. By the end of this week, it's going to be so good, because it's going to lead towards the ultimate change, you know. And this is all down to you. It's all down to hard work. It's all down to what you've been focusing on, what you wanted to achieve. But it's also about you thriving, you know. It's all about your courage, you know, and new beginning, you know, and just keep going, because things are not going to happen overnight, but there is a certain risk. There is some option that is going to become available for you at around the end of the week, and it's going to seem like a risk. Go for it, go for it, go for it. This risk is going to be transformational moment in time. This risk is going to lead towards the certain celebration. This risk is going to lead towards the certain reflection. This risk is going to lead towards you changing your life. So it's going to bring the new beginning, new direction. Oh my God, that is going to inspire you and literally help you to change your life. I really like it, because as I said, it's all about the actual start of something really important when it comes to the beginning, and when it comes to the beginning of the whole new stage in your life, through your own inspiration, potential, and the actual good influence is going to let you know when it's the time to make a certain adjustment as well. It's good to watch for those people who we really value in our life, who's having a very important message for you as well. I really like this, because the big wish, you know, big wish is going to come through, the whole new inspiration, which is about to bring the whole new advanced level into your life. But on another hand, it's the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. It's going to confirm things for you. Absolutely confirm. There you go. Ace of Wands. Absolutely important moment in time. I really like this. It's all about the determination, you know, and strength that is going to be super powerful, super radiant. Follow your instincts, Sagittarini. Please follow your instincts. It's going to be so powerful. It's all about force, activity, power, success, okay, prosperity, and deep emotional feeling will let you know what direction to go and what to do. A little surprise along the line, but it's going to be good. It's going to be important. It's going to be very significant moment in time, because you're going to make a really sharp decision. Very sharp decision is going to change your life, because it's going to bring you the whole new hope, faith, inspiration, and bright prospects that you needed in a long time. Okay, now on another hand, my go-to Sagittarini, what else I was going to say is just basically an important moment in time. You also please just watch for the dreams, and watch the very first thing in the morning on your mind, because in the morning we are connected to the spirit world, we are connected to the guardian angels, we are connected to the whole different dimensions. So we are so wise. As soon as we open our eyes for like about a few minutes, we are like super wise, and we have a sacred connection, sacred vibration. It's going to reveal something to you. New stage where you need to pay attention to. It's going to be revealed this week. My go-to Sagittarius indeed. When it comes to those of you who are thinking about health, you know, chamomile tea is going to be absolutely wonderful to drink throughout this week. Organic chamomile tea. If you can't drink organic chamomile tea, then you can drink and get organic dandelion tea. Both these teas are rather good and very significant to flush out the toxins out of the system indeed. And also try to get like something like a basically echinacea. Echinacea is a herb, a very powerful herb, which has got the ability to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count in your body. You take this, and you don't take this just for a week. You take this for like about you take this for about 6 weeks, then 2 weeks break, then 6 weeks again, then 2 weeks break, then 6 weeks again, and then you stop, then you have a longer break, and then you do it again like that. You don't take this all the time. It's a natural, it's super powerful, super significant, but it's just if you are taking it all the time, your body will get used to it, and then it wouldn't be as effective. So that's one thing, echinacea. And also, of course, as I always say, to get like something organic, acerola cherry powder, which is going to boost your vitamin C levels, and also omega-3 essential fatty acids, whether you get it in a fish oil, cod liver oil, or a flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil is a plant version of omega-3. Cod liver oil comes from the actual cod liver, and fish oil comes from the body of the fish. Like, I know it sounds vile, but it's the way it is. So it's good because it's going to help you with the power of your mind, with the power of your thinking, and to focus. If you're on any other medications, or if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only a doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. What else I was going to say, for those of you in a relationship, there is a very important departure. You're both going to have something very powerful and significant is going to happen to you both, and that is going to take your relationship on the whole new level indeed. On another hand, you're going to plan an important journey here. Okay, now what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarini, those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, it is not a great time to look for the love of your life or something like that, because you will be really busy. This is going to be a week of focusing, week of you doing things, week of you like kind of enjoying yourself in all sorts of different ways. Will you go out? Yeah. Will you meet lots of people? Yeah. Will you enjoy yourself? Yeah. Will the people flirt a lot with you? Yes, because you will be very sexy, very magnetic, very mingy indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and that in itself is going to be enough. Okay, but whether you're going to find like a greatest love or something like that, no. Whether flirting is going to be great, absolutely indeed. Okay, because you will enjoy yourself. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornius. My gorgeous Capricorn, do you know what? It's just a very slow stage in your life. It's coming to an end, but this is very powerful when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money and what you wanted to achieve, when it comes to your unhappiness, and when it comes to like a very slow stage of your life where you just got wondered, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right stage? Sometimes you just have to be a little bit passionate, and now this seems like in genuine period, in genuine stage, I call it, because it was hidden. You weren't meant to know it. You weren't meant to find out. You weren't meant to feel this particular vibration, because if you were, then you wouldn't be under the test and you wouldn't get to the certain agreement. You wouldn't get to the certain realization. You wouldn't get to the certain option, which is just going to provide you with a couple of beautiful things. Okay, so this is going to be your reward. This week is going to be the beginning of the reward of a very, very slow stage of your life that was affecting you in so many different ways, because you feel like you couldn't grow. You feel like that was preventing you to move on, and that was also most certainly preventing you to make a certain decisions, and even preventing you to enjoy yourself, because I think Capricornius, you were like kind of like a maybe bless you were maybe kind of focusing a lot on your things that you need to do, focusing a lot on your work, on what you want to achieve. That's not a bad way. That's not a bad thing at all. It just shows how responsible you are. But now this is the time of reward that I'm talking about. And you're going to make a really beautiful decision. And the decision that you are going to make is just going to be almost sacred, because at the same time, it's going to give you so much confidence and power, because it's to do with you what you want to do. It's to do what you know how to do. It's to do with the part of you that you want to expand, the part of your life that you want to expand, and that you shouldn't listen to other people. You shouldn't wait for other people. You shouldn't kind of like, I'm not saying that you do, but I'm saying that a certain people in your life have influenced you in a maybe slightly wrong way. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It all happens when it's meant to happen, but that influence, when we are influenced in the slightly wrong way, can kind of make us to go off, and it can slow down things, go off our spiritual journey, go off our path, and it can make us slow down things a little bit more. And once they slow down, we lose direction, because we lose balance, because we don't have that particular vibration, and we don't have that particular vibration, we lose direct path when it comes to our immediate future. And when we lose that, we lose the vavavumish feeling, we lose like the optimism, because almost as if we're like just floating in like a dark little space. You know, I'm not saying you are floating in a dark little space, but I'm just saying you're floating until you see the door. You're floating until you really see the way. And this is something that keeps you going until you discover your beautiful red passion. You see like these beautiful flowers here, you see, because this is all about you not only like confirming something to you with this proper balance that you're going to have, but it's about discovering passion through your own determination, through your own perfection, through your own recognition, through your own success. But it's all about a certain honor. It's all about you being noticed by the right person, noticed by the right people, by making a contact with them, which is just going to make you feel absolutely ridiculously powerful. But it's most certainly going to make you realize, you know what, Capricornius, you are reaching a ridiculously important stage in your life when it comes to the ultimate change through your own honor, through your own success, and through your own hard work. This is 1,000,000 times multiplied because you're doing something what you like to do. You're expressing yourself the way you would want to express. So this is the door that you need to knock on. This is the path you need to come back on. This is the cloud that you need to pull down. You need to do this because it's all about you rediscovering yourself through your own journey, through doing things that you're really good and great at. I'm not saying you're not doing this now, but I'm saying that something is missing, and what is missing, it's about to come through this actual ultimate change that you're going to have, and it's all about your own capability, and it's all about the actual reward from like a very long stage and moment in time, and the actual admiration is just going to be like, ooh la la, the admiration from other people around you, in your group of people, work, maybe people around you. This admiration, it's also going to help you to kind of like grow and become very powerful little fire. Indeed, this is going to be an important moment in time because it's just going to make a deep it's going to give you a deep feeling emotionally when it comes to the new stage in your life. And the new stage in your life is just going to be so good because it's just going to show also at the same time not only how powerful you are, not only that you achieved way more that you realize that you achieved, not only that you're going to realize like how not only that you're going to realize by taking risks, you know, that you can go really far as long as you're open-minded, as long as you're like let yourself out there, but you're also going to realize how mature and responsible you are. It's all about being reliable, it's all about being patient, and it's all about being persistent. And now that certainly is just going to come back, and it's going to be shown to you and manifest like a whole new stage available into your life. I really like it because you're going to need to kind of reorganize something a little bit, but at the same time, you know, there is somebody who's really important in your life, who's going to give you an advice, like really wise advice, somebody who you really think of very highly, and that advice is going to happen at the right moment in time, because not only you're going to realize some kind of hidden enemies, but also it is going to be time to move on, because you will know that very soon after there is a certain invitation and opportunity that is going to arise. So that is going to give you new spiritual petrol and something to look forward to. But also at the same time, something is going to be pinpointed to you from somebody who's so highly important in your life, like your mom, dad if they're alive, or like sister, brother, like a really best friend or whatever. Whoever is very important in your life is going to help you to open your eyes and just keep going and change this. You see, they will help you to open your eyes by telling you something to do something, okay, to actually get out of the certain situation. So watch this space. These are the people that are going to help you not only to redirect your life towards the greatest enlightenment. This will happen at exactly the right moment in time, but these people are going to help you to discover your strength, power, and through this you will get the control over a situation. It's something that's missing in your life, and something that is connected to the new plan and wish, and something that you will want to preserve. But indeed it's coming to the certain, you know, at the moment in time when not only you're having a very big creative moment, but it's all about beginning, creativity, you know, determination, initiative, and strength that is bringing you in an indecisive situation. The indecisive situation in your life, my gorgeous Capricorn, is just gonna be about two things. and one of them is going to be absolutely huge. The other things, there are two things. One of them is going to be huge. The other one is going to need a little bit more work, but you will know exactly which option to go for and in the decisive situation. But the one option is just going to reveal other things that you need to face, but it's going to make you feel like, oh no, like a challenging situation. Just trust me, my gorgeous Capricornians, any challenging situation you have, you just go for it. Do not bring yourself down. Your power is going to be absolutely superb this week, so just go for it. Absolutely remarkable moment in time indeed. And what else I was going to say to you, you are about to have an opportunity. You are about to have an opportunity of a lifetime. You're about to have the start of a lifetime. It's the wisdom. You were wise. You were so wise, like in the last 36 months indeed. Don't worry, this is all going to make sense, but it's the opportunity that you're going to have, and that opportunity is just going to show you the whole potential that is about to change your life. It's all about you feeling happy again, excited, and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which is like the brightest sun in the universe. My Lord, I really like this greatest moment of completion, and you will wonder yes or no by the end of the week, and most certainly the answer is going to be yes. Just be very open-minded, because this is the time of the accomplishment indeed. Not only beginning of an adventure at the same time, but it's time of an accomplishment, because you will realize that where you are heading to, it's not only that it's going to help you to emerge in a certain way, but the unlimited possibilities. Oh my God, unlimited possibilities. Just go for it. Okay. When it comes to those of you wondering about health, my gorgeous Capricornians, you see, you just need to make sure that you're using something like a natural moisturizer for your face, because your face is going to be very sensitive in general. So please avoid chemicals and use like an organic apricot kernel oil. Organic apricot kernel oil is absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to, like, you know, after the shower, you just get this oil and make sure that it's coming from like a reputable source, but at the same time that it comes like in a glass bottle as well. And just have a few drops and after the shower every time, and just give a little bit of a rub everywhere, and just like give it a massage, and it's going to do it so good. On another hand, what else I was going to say to you, inside your mouth, your gums are going to be a little bit sensitive again, so just try to make sure that they're using organic tea tree oil and aloe vera mouthwash, and also make sure that you're using like organic and aloe vera and tea tree oil toothpaste, without fluoride. Fluoride is vile, okay, and it's not really good for us, no. And this is something that is going to help you with your sensitive gums. And also what I normally say, it's like camu organic camu CAMU. Camu is like organic natural source of vitamin C, similar to acerola cherry powder, but organic camu is even stronger. So it's either organic camu or either organic acerola cherry powder. If you already have acerola cherry powder, just go for it. It's easier to take. Camu may be a little bit more difficult to taste. It tastes like a nutmeg, where organic acerola cherry powder tastes like a cherry, quite nice, like sour. So this is going to replenish your vitamin C levels on one hand when it comes to your cold and flu. You're going to need to replace vitamin C levels. On another hand, it's going to help you to like for gum healing in general as well. Okay, so if you are on any other medications, if you're not, one more thing, the actual skin is sensitive, so make sure that you're using like the actual natural deodorants without aluminum, please. Important. Okay, and any creams and any body lotions, it needs to be natural. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP, because only a doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. What else I was going to say, as a couples, for those of you in relationship, an important decision. You will make an important judgment, okay? You're going to need to make an important judgment, but something is going to happen, some kind of a situation from the past is going to bounce back, and it's going to give you a reason to like kind of argue, maybe a little bit bickering moment. You need to kind of get over it and see what you can do with something, because something karmically problem from the past is going to bounce back, come back, and it's always going to be coming back until you sort it out. Okay, it's going to provide you with another option, you know, to sort it out, basically. For those of you that are single and ready to for those of you Capricornians that are single and ready to mingy, it's great, because it is just all about the progress, but there is a certain motivation. Somebody is going to motivate you. Please. This is not about going out. This is not about meeting people. This is not about marrying to someone. This is not about finding like a stranger in the night. You know, this is about you getting the information from somebody very important in your life. Somebody who's very important, very significant. Somebody who you think the world of, and somebody who thinks the world of you. Is going to tell you something. It's going to motivate you. It's going to give you an advice. That advice is going to be absolutely super important, because you need it. It's to do with you, and it's to do with those of you that are single and ready to mingle, and realization that you're going to get through that advice. And then you're going to be ready to unlock the door and say hello to your new person who's about to walk into your lifey. Okay. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquamarini. My gorgeous Aquarius Aquamarinis. I love you all so much. Aquarius. 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 When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Aquamarini. I love you so much, Aquamarini. You know what? I'm just so happy for you, because now this is the time for you when you're going to be able to move on with your life. Now, this week is the beginning of something absolutely mind-blowing. In fact, the whole week that you're going to have this week, in between the 25th and the 1st of December, it's going to be absolutely powerful when it comes to your own lighting, when it comes to lighting your own power. You will light your power towards the beginning of this week, and this lightness of power is going to create a certain storm. This certain storm is going to create a certain vision, because of this power that you're going to have. The certain vision is going to highlight very important 4 points in your life, 4 directions in your life, that is going to absolutely make you realize that you're king, you're queen, you're on top of the world indeed. Time to wakey, uppy. Time to shaky yourself, because you are going to realize something absolutely mind-blowing about your life, about your direction, and about your situation. And the process that was very slow throughout the last 24 months, now this is going to be like an absolute washing machine. It is just going to be like a tumble dryer. It's going to go like this throughout this week until you reach to the very first. My Lord, Jesus Christ. Okay, the very 1st of December is the last day of this particular week, and that is your beginning. That is your start. That is the greatest determination that you are going to have, but it's all going to be the part of this week. There is a lot, the unfoldment of this week. There is a lot that is going to be happening this week, and the beginning of week is going to happen very strangely. It's going to happen very strangely, because at the very first couple of days is going to feel like a completely different dimension. Very first couple of days are going to feel really bizarre. Expect a visit from a certain spirit. Expect a visit from a certain angel. Expect a visit from a certain guardian angels. You can say whatever you want to say, but this is exactly what is going to happen. And that visit within the first day of this week is going to provide you with an information. That information is going to provide you with a solution. When I say information, watch for the signs, watch for the weird things, watch for weird people, weird situations around you. Little feather you know, watch for the signs. For example, if you're like outside and you find like a little white feather, just you take a little feather with you, you know, and just think what you were thinking around the time. Very soon after that's the first thing. There are going to be a couple of things. Think what you were thinking at around the time. Whenever you see the sun, you see something fall, and you will just know, oh my God, what am I thinking at around the time? What am I looking at? What am I holding in my hands? You know, just be aware. You need to be aware of the moment. You need to be aware of the situation in order to see the first half, what is actually going to be provided for you. So first of all, you need to see all around you and what you're aware of and what to pay attention to. And the second thing that is going to happen, it's also going to be very much so immediately you will make a very strong connection with your subconscious mind, and something is going to be revealed to you in your dreams, through your dreams. Again, very important to remember that this is highly vibrational time. So the very first thing in the morning, those things that you think, oh yeah, I'm just thinking about something, not you, but people in general, maybe sometimes don't pay attention to the very first thing in the morning. So the second thing is going to be revealed to you in a sense of the actual greatest achievement ever, greatest option ever, something that is around you but you're not seeing, something that you're around you but you're not feeling, something that is around you and it's important but you're not paying attention to. And why you're not paying attention to? Because your balance was affected. There was not balanced force. So therefore you were kind of like maybe focusing on like maybe wrong things in your life, and this was purely created to you making certain emotional decisions. Emotional life was taking over, and now emotional life is about to rebalance itself. And this is why this is going to be the moment of rebirth. You need to pay attention throughout this week, Aquamarinis. You need to pay attention to what's the very first thing in the morning on your mind throughout this week. This is something that you're going to need to pay attention to. This is something that is going to be strong, very powerful, and it's also going to bring you a justice by paying attention to the certain stage in your life, certain part of your spiritual journey that you're not normally paying to. And that in itself is going to bring you a beautiful realization, and shortly after you're going to get a mind-blowing advice. And the advice that you're also going to get this week is going to happen in a very strange way. And this is all part of this wonderful process indeed, because it's all about a certain control over situation that you are finally getting, and you will be able now fully be grounded. Do you know what, Aquamarinis? I know this sounds really weird. Listen. I know this sounds really weird, but it is the first time in a long time that you will be grounded. You are about to get grounded. You know, the 1st of December, as I said, that particular day is going to reveal kind of initiative to you. It's going to be mind-blowing, vavavoom-ish moment in time indeed. But prior to the 1st of December, this is all about you grounding yourself to the certain point. And this purely happens because of the karma. You had enough of the negative maybe karma, and you had enough of karma to work with, to deal with. So now you've done your bit, you've done your moment. Now we are entering the very 1st of December 2019, and that in itself, it's a very vibrational and powerful moment in time, and especially when it comes to you, because it is going to unfold like a little beast in you. Unfold a little beast in you, which is going to open your eyes, refresh you, and it is going to be the moment of rebirth, because you're going to find yourself like suddenly, oh my God, I'm so powerful, I'm amazing, I'm ridiculously important. And that is just going to be that little push that you needed in order to move on. And there is going to be a rather mind-blowing decision that you're actually going to make, and it is just going to be an idea that is just going to help you to make sense where you can't make sense in your life. You know, it's going to help you to deal with a certain people and deal with a certain direction in your life through the whole new determination, initiative and strength that you are going to have. I really like it because it's all about your power, and it's all about your activity, and it's all about this really like a hope, faith, and inspiration that you're going to have through a certain bright project. Just remember, open your eyes throughout this week and see what's around you. You will be surprised. You will be surprised what you're going to start feeling connected to. It is all about a certain vibration that you didn't feel about before. It's all about a certain colors you you didn't see before. It's all about a certain bright colors that you didn't see before, which is all going to lead towards the absolutely ridiculously powerful moment in time when it comes to your own reflection, which is just going to purely make you very, very instinctive. And at around the midweek, there is going to be a very bizarre feeling that you are going to have by wanting to discover something like a new area in your life by visiting the certain situation, visiting the certain dimension. You will want to visit a certain place. So it is going to be to do with some kind of traveling that is just going to be very much so absolutely mind-blowing, that the certain traveling is just going to be connected to you making one of the biggest successes in your life, one of the biggest accomplishments in your life. On one hand, this is to do with your security, power, certain decision that you made not that long ago, but it's a lot to do with a certain traveling in order to make that accomplishment. It's going to happen, but it's just so much to do with a certain traveling journey that you're going to need to make. Maybe this is just an hour away from you. Maybe this is just like about a couple of hours away, half an hour away. However, when this traveling journey happens, at the same time, this is the moment in time that you're going to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision, because you're going to come across with a situation. You're going to come across people that you wouldn't normally come across in your life. But there is, this is going to give you the certain understanding, but it's not only about that. It's about a destiny, fortune, and fate. It's about the moment that you're going to come across that is going to make it to react in a certain way. No, baby, no, you're not going to have a time to react otherwise. For example, you're not going to have a time to like step away from the situation and think about it. But that is going to be tricky, bitty moment. That is going to be the powerful moment that you're going to have, because you are going to make a decision you wouldn't normally make. And this is going to lead towards an advanced stage in your life, because you will know shortly after that you're approaching the end of a problem that is just been on your mind for such a long time. It was irritating you. It was pissing you off, and it was bringing you down. It was making you feel negative. And this is not only you. You are just a part of the picture. You are an important person in your life. You are an important role in your life, not only with your children if you have got them, but Aquamarinis, you are just important with the families like important in a group of people. You are very important figures wherever you are. You have an important role, but to you, your importance is just going to become something else. Especially now, you will be able to connect to this in a completely different way. A decision that you're gonna make here, it's going to take, wait just a second. October 2020, it is just going to take the second stage of this decision that you're going to make. You're going to come across a certain realization, certain decision, and this is a lot to do with a recognition, honor, which is going to lead towards the certain change, an ultimate change, but this is going to be only the beginning when you're going to make this decision, this particular realization, and it's the beginning of something very, very, very important and a very meaningful experience, an adventure in your life. Emotionally, it is just all about, it is all about you. Emotionally, you need to sort something out. Emotionally, there is something, Aquamarinis, for those of you that are in relationship, you're just gonna, okay, I'm gonna get to the relationship in a second. Anyway, so basically now, it is, in short, Aquamarinis, greatest power, accomplishment, you are going to have confidence, okay, and a certain influence, certain male influence is going to take place. It's going to make you aware, oh my God, that's brilliant. It's the male influence in your life. It's going to pay its way. It's going to confirm something. Yes, you were influenced by the right person in your life indeed. And that is going to be the person who is going to keep on influencing even more and leading you towards your own rebirth, towards the biggest moment, towards the greatest moment. You are doing something very important. Whether you realize or not, Aquamarinis, you are about to Oh my God, I don't know how to explain. This is a very important moment in time when it comes to your security and power. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. What you're doing, how you're doing, keep going. You don't have to think too much. You don't have to overthink things or anything like that, because something absolutely mind-blowing is about to unfold to you. And what you're doing now, it's going to have unlimited possibilities. What you're doing now is going to have unlimited possibilities. Go for it, because it's most certainly going to make you even more active, even more determined, and it's to do with your experience and something that you're so special, you're so different, you're so powerful, you're so significant, you're the brightest light in the world with exactly what you're doing right now, what you're focusing on. This is your passion that is going to grow like there is no tomorrow, and there are more ideas and designs that are going to be connected to this that is going to grow, and this is all going to become very much so significant right over here. At the same time, somebody very faithful and very loyal and very powerful figure in your life, somebody who you really look up to, like a friend or somebody who means to you so much, it's going to, somebody very consistent in your life, it's going to have a very important news for you. Very important news for you as well. So watch this space. On another hand, this is a lot to do with of course, Ace of Swords, ooh la la, rejuvenation, power, rebirth. This is the greatest moment in time, you know, when it comes to your own accomplishment. You know, things have been like all around the place when it comes to like emotional lives, a lot that was preventing you to kind of focus with the right balance. Now the balance is coming and it's bringing you satisfaction, accomplishment, justice, you know, and it's also bringing you the whole new devotion, and that devotion is also going to reflect on you having like unlimited possibilities again. I really like it because this is bringing you control over a situation, inspiration and potential as well. Indeed, it's all about determination that you are going to have, and it's all about you reaching an important stage and moment when it comes to your practicality and security. Work on it, see how you can expand, see what you can do, see what's inviting you next, what's calling you next. This is a very powerful moment in time when it comes to your own grounding. Indeed. Okay, now basically when it comes to those of you wondering about health, sorry, oh my God. Okay, so this is a good week when it comes to health. This is a very enlightening week. Enlightening experience. You're gonna feel very much so close to your spirituality. You're gonna feel close to the spirits. You're gonna feel close to the spirit guides, angels. This is a very spiritual week for you indeed. And I really like it because it's going to help you to express yourself in a different way. And this is exactly what you needed. Emotionally, this is going to be an important time because emotionally also it is just going to bring a little bit of confusion because the person around you, people around you, there is something emotionally, something is going to cause an emotional confusion, and you are going to need to work on that because there is going to be the energy drain that you are feeling, my gorgeous aquamarines, and you're going to need to work out why you're feeling the energy drain. It's so, oh my God, it's so important because those of you that are in relationship, you know, you will see like, oh God, you know, like God, I'm going a lot back to relationships with aquamarines before I even get there. But it's just the energy drain that is going to happen, and it's telling me something to do with the relationship. So if it's you are single and ready to mingy, then it's the time to like go out there and it's just like show your beauty, or like going flirty, mingy. But if you are like in relationship, for example, then you need to see there is some kind of energy drain happening, and it's not good. And when the energy drain is happening, it means that, it's a tricky situation that you are in because you need to find out, you need to work out why there is an energy drain around you. So when it comes to the relationships and health in general, so if you're in a relationship or you're not, you just need to see where you need to pay attention to and what you need to do in order to get the certain determination back by focusing on the balance and see what you can do to block this energy drain. That's really important. Okay. On another hand, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous aquamarines, just make sure, please, that you're exercising a little bit. Like if you can't exercise, if you're not able, I completely understand, you see. But if you're able to exercise, would be brilliant to maybe go to swim. Swimming would be absolutely superb for you, because it's going to help you so much with your energy balance. And when it comes to the certain focus and unfoldment in your life, the swimming is a very, very spiritual indeed. Water is very spiritual in itself, so the swimming would be absolutely fantastic. But also, on another hand, please just make sure that you are taking like a vitamin C, acerola cherry powder. I know I recommended a million times, I know, but it's important. An organic acerola cherry powder, vitamin C, you take 1 teaspoon in a little glass of water like every single morning. It's going to help you to replenish vitamin C, and it's going to help you with the cold and flu. B vitamins, B on another hand, is another thing I want you to take. I need you to take, because it's going to help you with the stress levels. And what else I was going to say, just make sure that you are basically taking something like aloe vera juice, organic aloe vera juice if you can. Look at it, my little baby here. Hello, my darling. Organic aloe vera juice, yeah, and basically you get it in the shop, of course, and you take it every single morning. It would be fantastic, because it's going to help you to actually boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you to actually with your stomach, you know, your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive, and this is something that I highly recommend you. Make sure you avoid chocolate, sugar, sweets as much as you can, and also if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, I said, you see, the thing that I said before, you need to work out where is the energy drain. Something is unbalanced, and you need to work out where the energy drain is coming from. And this is normally to work out by what you feel, what you can sense, what you're not happy with, what is bothering you. It is going to be the little time of adjustment or readjustment, and certain things that you're going to need to pay attention to. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, it is not going to be the greatest moment in time to go out there and find someone. It is going to be fantastic, because a lot is going to be happening, but it's all about you throwing yourself out there. If you're single, do something different. Go somewhere you've never been before, and make this to be the beginning of it, because something is going to happen, and you're going to realize, first of all, that you are still connected to some naughty person, or someone who you shouldn't be connected to. Whether this is going to be someone who's going to try to come back into your life, no, because it's not meant to be there. Or whether this is going to be the power of your mind, in the back of your mind, someone is going to come through and you're still going to fancy them. You, first of all, you need to kind of forget about that person. But also at the same time, you need to create new element. You need to create new world. You need to create a new direction by throwing yourself somewhere new, somewhere different. And that is going to help you to discover something very passionate about your life, but also the group of people who are going to become very important in your life later. But most certainly one person in particular is going to come through that direction. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Pisces. Now, my gorgeous Pisces, do you know what? It is a very strong moment in time for me to say, do not invest this week. Don't invest this week, and don't negotiate this week. This is something that I would like to say. To think about it, to actually start thinking process, to focus on it, to meditate about it. It's absolutely fine. This is something that you should do. Maybe try to meditate on it. This is so good. Try to think about it and try to ask yourself certain questions before you go to sleep, because the actual connection with a different dimension is going to be highly vibrational this time, and it's going to be so much so strong when it comes to your own transformation. But to make some kind of like investments or some kind of a dealings, some kind of new contracts, that's the first thing that I wouldn't do this week. I'm not saying that it's going to be like that forever, but most certainly this week, no. Okay. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just like basically this is brilliant and it's perfect to get rid of the stale energy. My gorgeous Pisces, please try to get like something like dry sage. Like a dry sage? Take a dry sage, and walk everywhere in the home and burn it, you know, like, and it's very, very messy, and you put like a little saucer underneath, okay, and you walk everywhere in the house and you make sure there is a smoke everywhere, and this is going to do you the world of good, because you will go with this powerful energy flow, and at the same time, a couple of days later, you're going to realize something through the sharpness, because there is a very stale energy that is going to be around you. Don't get me wrong, please, no, because you are going to be highly vibrational. You are going to be highly illuminating, you know, throughout this week. So this is going to reflect on you and the space around you. I know it sounds weird, but it's going to require from you to work with it in order to get rid of the negative energy throughout this week, by smudging your home with a dry sage, by bringing amazing plants into your home, by bringing amazing objects into your home, by taking things out, you know, that are no longer needed, you know, like I said this before, it's so important. Let's say I had this aloe vera for ages. Like, I've only got it now, little baby. Mwah. But let's say I had it for ages. So I want to give it to my friend Jane. Okay, I want to give this to Jane. Okay, I want to give this to Jane. So I go out and I give it to Jane. So on one hand, I do a good thing karmically because Jane is so happy to have my aloe vera. On another hand, I go and buy another plant for myself. So therefore, I'm having a new energy, new path, new direction, which is about to come from this particular sharpness that I've just created, because you're also at the same time going with this energy flow by tapping into the new direction, by allowing this energy to become even more deeper, to go even more further, by working with this wonderful flow. So this is what the energy of the actual transformation is going to do, my gorgeous Pisces, but especially when it comes to you. Just remember, the energy is very powerful, and this means that clearing away the old will make a way for the new, not only when it comes to the energy, but also this is just going to raise the vibration that was like kind of like a stale for a while, which is on another hand subconsciously and very soon consciously going to help you to illuminate certain parts of your journey and help you see something is around you, you're not doing it, something is around you, it's important, certain part of you you're not using. This life is too short. This life is too short. We are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and it's gone, you know, 90, 100, you know, and then you know, life goes like that. The person who's 95 feels like 20, you know, it's exactly the same thing. We're exactly the same spirits, we're exactly the same souls, but our physical bodies just get so old, for example. And this is why it's so important to actually realize, Pisces, there is something that you will realize, and this is going to be precious, this is going to be huge, this is going to be powerful. Can you tell me, let me know in the comments what it is that you're not doing but you like doing, you like expressing yourself in this way. And don't waste yourself. I'm not saying you're wasting yourself, but don't waste your talents, because there is something very sacred about you that is actually going to take place. At the same time, it's going to become a moment where something very new is going to be completely connected to it. It's going to make you feel like you want to celebrate, but it's all about the enthusiasm, initiative, and something new direction that is going to be revealed to you. And this is why I'm saying that this is so important. It's all about the departure journey, and most certainly, my Pisces, the advancement into an unknown. It's going to reveal the whole new world of possibilities, and the possibilities are going to be endless. Do not bring yourself down. Do not think negative, please. The Pisces, you're so powerful. You are also like Scorpio, like Libra, you're Virgo, you know, you're like, you have the power of your mind. It's like, ooh la la, it stretches and it swims like very deep. I mean, you are Pisces, for goodness sake, come on. You're very powerful, you're very emotional, you're very deep, you're very strong. And this is why I'm saying, do not even for a second think about like negativity or that the things are not happening to you, because this is wrong. Because when you think that things are not happening to you, you're creating the energy that is at the same time blocking you, and it's locking all the doors around you. You see, this is why it's so important to not to go down that road. Oh, nothing is happening to me, because if you think like that, you're going to close all the doors, you're going to close all the pathways, and it's going to slow down the process like there is no tomorrow. You're just going to float in the universe and wait for something to happen. No, baby, no. You're Pisces. You jump in the water. If you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. But you're Pisces. Of course you know how to swim. You see what I mean? And this is exactly when it comes to the power of your mind, to your energy, to your deepness, to your sharpness. You are going to discover something absolutely mind-blowing about yourself, about your power, about your confidence, about your new direction. And this is going to bring you the whole new life. It is going to have the direction with some kind of apprenticeship, because my babies, you're going to have to be very confident, because you're going to talk to someone very important, and you're going to get an important news, and that is going to confirm at the same time, the confirmation through someone really well, who you know really well, is going to confirm something to you. And that in itself is going to be the time of perfection, recognition, and the ultimate change. But it's going to require from you to be open-minded, to throw yourself out there, to go out as much as you can this week, to talk to as many people as you can, and you will know that there's a reflection going to come through. Some kind of learning experience is going to take place, and that in itself is going to, at the same time, going to be your justice, and it's going to bring your balance. You're going to learn something from the past. You're going to realize something like some kind of justice that you waited for. It's actually going to surprise you, but it's not so much to do with like a real justice, but it is so much to do with the real justice. On another hand, because it's going to lead you to have immediately certain vision, because you will be able to get to some kind of stage when it comes to your security and power, your freedom, your rebirth, and the movement with a stage that was slow, like there is no tomorrow. I like it because it's all about your acumen, something that you know how to do, something that you want to do, with the practical knowledge which is just coming through your own reward, and now it's about to provide you with an opportunity that is about to bring you the whole new passion, but it's going to have a little learning experience. Now, on another hand, Pisces, I told you this before, anything you feel connected to, anything like, oh God, you see the candle and now suddenly you're like, oh yeah, God, I wonder how do they do this? I wonder how do they do that? Go and find out, read about it, go and make a connection. And then you see the little plant like that. Oh, I wonder what is this plant called? Blah, blah, blah. You just go for it. What is this plant called? Go and try to find out somewhere, like some search engine or whatever, like what they see. They take some encyclopedia, like for example, oh, what type of plant is this? Oh, it's aloe vera, oh, let me just find out about aloe vera. This is the type of thing that I need you to do. Anything you subconsciously feel close to, anything you feel like you want to find out, anything in particular this week in between 25th and the 1st of December, it is your spirit guides calling you. It is your guardian angels trying to shake you up. It is your beautiful, beautiful angels are trying to get your attention in order to go with the flow, because every single thinking way, every single thinking mode, whatever we think, whatever we focus, whatever we try to manifest, it is the energy. The energy is really powerful indeed. So this is the time, this is the moment when you, at the same time, you think about it and you create the energy. And that in itself is going to show you some kind of option that is just going to change your life. It's going to bring your radiance up like there is no tomorrow, by bringing the whole new harmony into your life, by being creative and by feeling rather excited by this new option. But it's all about the determination, initiative, and strength. Materialistically, this is all going to mean sense like there is no tomorrow at the same time, but then again, it is the fulfillment, satisfaction, and pleasure and happiness that you're going to feel at the same time that is going to confirm things to you. Oh my God, it's absolutely mind-blowing, my Pisces. On another hand, your lucky number is number 8. This is coming with the element of surprise and the element of security, when there, in those areas in your lives, what was preventing you to move on, where you thought like, no, I can't do this, now security is coming through. This is what number 8 is. The security is coming through, and that security is going to change everything, because it's about to bring very, very solid energy into your life. On another hand, it's all about apprenticeship, craftsmanship, and it's all about the actual stay committed to the task at hand. You must make sure that you stay committed to the task at hand, and just think about yourself like the only person in the world, not in a bad way, not in a negative way, but when it comes to the actual task and things that you do, just make sure that you put in more personal effort to everything you do, on everything you focus on, whatever is going on in your life, whether you're working or not, whether you're retired. Make sure that you use the personal effort so much, because wherever you're putting your intention to, wherever you're putting your energy to, this is all going to bounce back, my Lord. This is all going to bounce back back, and it's going to provide you with an opportunity in May 2020 as well. May 2020 is going to be directly connected to this time indeed. You will see exactly what I mean, and this is going to be remarkable. It's going to be life-changing, and it's going to lead towards an ultimate change in your life. It is going to bring a little bit of contemplation, because you will know, ooh la la, by the end of this week, I'm just going to have to change this, but at the end of the day, you will be very wise. You're going to have a sacred wisdom, and also at the same time, there's a little baby adventure going to happen in your life by Selene. You're going to be a little bit naughty, but in a good way, because you will really enjoy yourself, and that adventure is going to help you to wake yourself up, open your eyes to this spiritual journey, and just enjoy yourself, because the life is too short to just not do things and not enjoy ourselves. I'm not saying you haven't been doing this, but it's going to match your personal situation indeed, because you're also, through your own wondrous moment, you're also going to discover a certain opportunity that is going to lead to one of the biggest potentials in your life. Why you're here on this world, what is your job, what is your purpose. Every single one of us is meant to be here for a reason. Most certainly this week is going to push you towards your reason, my Piscelinis, and it's going to be mind-blowing indeed. On another hand, an important situation is actually going to happen. Relationship-wise, this is going to be remarkable. Very important relationships are going to come into your life this week, but especially people who you really love, especially the people who you really appreciate. And through this relationship, you're also going to kind of have a certain gateway by having the actual confirmation when it comes to the certain flexibility. This is all going to help you with the flexibility and restrain, where you felt restrained, this is going to help you a lot to pick this energy up, and that in itself is going to bring you flow into your life, that is at the same time going to make you so powerful, and it's going to reveal a certain truth. Certain truth is going to be revealed, and the certain chaotic time in your life, it's immediately going to be healed, and that in itself is going to be the greatest moment in time when it comes to the certain blessings, and also purification, and the protection and security where you thought that you haven't got one. Beautiful. For those of you who are actually wondering about health, for those of you who have been suffering from long ailments, if you didn't see any improvements, now most certainly this is going to be the greatest moment in time when you're going to see improvements. But also, I just have to say that it's very important for you to take a B vitamins as well. It's so important. I know I recommended this before, but because it's going to be a little bit stress, baby 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 stress. Okay, it's gonna be just a little bit of baby stress that you're going to feel, but you're gonna need a little bit of B vitamins, natural B vitamins, very important because it's good for the stress levels. On another hand, please try to get organic New Zealand wheatgrass powder, because that is going to help you to flush out the toxins, and your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive. So this New Zealand wheatgrass powder is absolutely brilliant because it's going to rejuvenate you. And also make sure that you are taking organic acerola cherry powder, because this is going to help you to boost your immune system. You're going to benefit from this like there is no tomorrow. I know I recommended this millions of times, but hey, it is just something so significant, and I think everybody should be taking this indeed for many different ways. My gorgeous Piscelinis. Organic acerola cherry powder, I would first take a organic New Zealand wheatgrass, and then wait a little while, and then take organic acerola cherry powder. If you can do it throughout this week, okay? Wheatgrass, actual organic wheatgrass, if you can take maybe 3 times a week, okay? But when it comes to the actual organic acerola cherry powder, most certainly the very first thing in the morning every single day, this is what I would take for a long time. Not only Piscelinis, but people in general, because it's a natural form of vitamin C rather than synthetic form of vitamin C what you get in the health shops. I said health shops because they sell ascorbic discuss it and they say it's natural, but it's not, baby, no. Okay, so this is something that I highly recommend, like, and also make sure that you check with your doctor or GP if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether you can take these supplements or not. And if you get tired, just remember, if you get a little bit drained, just remember to also take like a spirulina organic powder or tablets. Tablets are much easier to take. Powder you can take if you prefer, but tablets are easier to take, but they need to be organic, without any anti-feeling, without any anti-caking agents or anything unnecessary. And I prefer organic spirulina from New Zealand to be there and to come from there and to be made there as well. No, organic spirulina, sorry. I prefer organic spirulina from Hawaii. God, moment. Organic spirulina from Hawaii. Spirulina need to come from Hawaii, please. And organic wheatgrass needs to come from New Zealand. So wheatgrass from New Zealand and spirulina from Hawaii as well. If you're on any other medication, this is you take spirulina if you get like a little bit tired, because it's absolutely fantastic to boost your tiredness, you know, and gives you so much energy indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Pisces, for those of you in relationship, my God, this is a big moment, okay? Readjustment, big realization, big talk, big situation is going to happen, and you're both going to come up with some kind of agreement that you will kind of like do the certain readjustment. You will do something that you wanted to do in such a long time. Indeed, you will be able to reflect on the certain parts of your life that is making you feel boring, or something that you just kind of started some while ago, certain changes, and then you couldn't carry on. So now you were like, you know what do we do in order to get where we wanted to get, blah, blah, blah. So it is going to be the time of a readjustment, but regeneration, rebirth, but also the little sacrifice, something that you're both going to need to realize that you're going to need to do in order to move on with your life, okay? And those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my God, you know, Pisces, go out there, talk to as many people as you can. There are few people that are going to be very important in your life, you know, but also there is a harmony, new harmony with someone that you're going to discover. A certain person in your life is just going to start projecting this beautiful energy to you, and you will project this energy to them. Basically, there is someone very significant that is about to start manifesting in your life, and you will feel them, you will sense them, you will get them, but this projection of energy that is going to make you feel like, ooh la la, vavavumish. It's going to make you feel like vavavumish, stranger in the night, Pisces in the morning. Watch this space. No, but this is really important. Basically, please go out there and talk to as many people as you can. There is someone very special that you're going to meet. There is someone very special that you're going to come across, and this person is going to be giving you and sending you and projecting on you such a beautiful energy. At the same time, you're going to feel like rather vavavumish, but at the same time, it's going to confuse you, because you will reach at the same time levels of consciousness and subconsciousness and relaxation that you have never ever met in your life, especially when you're around someone who you don't even know that well. You know, this is really important, because someone very special is about to walk into your life. You will feel very beautiful love, beauty, perfection, harmony, trust, honor, and it's the beginning of some kind of vavavumish romance that you are going to have, rather powerful indeed. Very deep feeling you're going to have, but at the same time you will feel like a very free in front of that person. It's going to be like a very enhanced freedom of emotion, and it's just like, wow, the very strong connection you will feel with this for this person. And most certainly this is going to be somebody very important who is about to enter your life, and it's going to help you so much in order to make sense out of your life where it didn't make sense before. Ooh la la, prepare for stranger in the night, Pisces in the morning. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my beautiful people. Thank you ever so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. Love you. Bye.